Ah! What's going on over here? People lurking. People causing trouble. Stowe's mad because I'm late. Sorry, Stowe. A lot of bongos. Are the bongos for 50? Because we finally hit 50 followers. We did it. We can pack it in now. Is it quiet? Trying to turn myself up? Let me take a look over the thing here. I mean, I can turn myself up. I guess I'm not yelling. I could be yelling. Ah! Let's try this. Let me know if that's any better. And then let's just do the extension real quick, and then we'll get rolling here. How's everyone doing tonight? Where is? Thank you. All right. There we go. All right. Much better. That's the way I like it. Much better. Let's go ahead and switch this to a thing so that you can actually see a thing. There you go. It's almost like there's a thing happening. All right. So yeah, so we hit 50 followers. So I went and looked it up, and supposedly they send you an invite. It says within a couple weeks they'll send you an invite to the affiliate program. So we are now playing the waiting game. Hey Mars. Woo! Woo! 2-week waiting period. They're just trying to get me to people to unfollow me. They're like, let's see if you'll have 50 followers in 2 weeks. Maybe we'll have some unfollows.
Girl in her late teens or early 20s kneels on the ice with an electronic contraption in her hand. Hearing you approach, she looks up.
Where did you get an electronic contraption? I want one of those.
Oh, hello there.
Hello.
It's cold out here, but she's not wearing a hat. She must be freezing.
Dear child is freezing. Where's your hat?
Huh?
She looks up at you, distracted. I said you should have a hat on.
So should you.
I do have a hat on. Not only do I have a hat on, but I have like 4 hats in my inventory. I don't have to do anything. I'm the law. You have to do what the law says. I should and do point at my hat. Yeah, point at my hat.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
You didn't notice the giant cowboy hat that I'm wearing? It's nice. You should wear one too if you plan on staying outside in this weather. Or now that that's all cleared up, I have some questions for you. You should wear one too.
Yeah, well, look man, fuck the hat.
He tries to think of something to say. And look, man, fuck the hat.
What did she just say? That's not how a civilian is supposed to address an officer of the law.
Yeah, all right, authority. Rein it in, authority. Rein it in. Regain authority in her eyes. Is that kind of language really necessary?
I'm sorry I said fuck the hat. I was concentrating on something else.
No kidding. Gotta wear the hat. I mean, Sigma, why even be here if you're not gonna wear the hat?
My whole family swears and it rubbed off on me.
There's pained expression on her face. She'll answer your questions now. What's your name? What's the device you have here? What are you doing out in the cold? What's that device?
This is a portable recording device. It's for field recording. Low quality, but still.
She breathes on her freezing fingers. And the wires?
Actually, just one wire. I picked on it till the braiding came loose. The wire leads to a contact microphone.
What's a contact microphone?
A contact mic records sounds from inside things, like this ice.
How does that thing work?
The mic? I don't exactly know. Somehow it doesn't pick up vibrations from the air. The book said it only picks up structure-borne sound, if you like technobabble.
I don't like technobabble. Where'd you get that mic from?
Same place I got the recorder from, the Palaceum.
What's the Palaceum?
Oh man, you haven't been to the Palaceum?
No.
It's the coolest place in this whole drug-addled shithole.
I should go then.
It's a music club and a synthesizer workshop on Boogie Street in Jamrock. Musicians live there, like real musicians. I once saw Arno van Eyck.
Alright, everybody, we're going to the Palaceum.
Thinking about it really cheers her up. It's a long way from here, though.
Aw. How long away? Like a really long way? Sounds interesting. Who's that? This Arno guy's.
Oh yeah, guess you wouldn't know Van Eyck. Or really be a Palaceum going kind of person.
How dare you? She looks you over, assessing your age. I get down.
I don't know what that means.
I grind.
I don't know what that means either.
It means I'm hip beyond my years. Nor do I, but I have concrete evidence that I rock, in the form of a wrecked tape player and a completely trashed hostel room. Neither do I. Actually have no idea what I'm talking about. Get down, grind. Trash hostel room.
That's cool.
She breathes on her fingers. Looks like she doesn't know what to say. You're right. Time has deserted me. Never mind. Let's talk about that contact, Mike. Time has deserted me.
Sucks, man.
Ow.
Was there something else? About the contact mic, perhaps?
She squints her eyes for a second, trying to remember something, then lets go of it. Everyone must squint their eyes, or they take morale damage. Actually, I had some non-mic questions for you.
Okay.
What's your name?
A cell.
Sell who? I'm not a young suitor. This is official police business. And your surname?
Why?
I'm from the police. It's for the paperwork.
Okay, it's Berger.
You have little reason to doubt that's her real name. But she's not all that surprised by this cop show questioning, is she?
No, she's not. You seem surprisingly comfortable with being questioned. Why is that?
Well, it's just questioning, right? You're just questioning me. It's what cops do.
It is what cops do. We do, don't we? Mind if I question you some more? Have you been questioned before?
Once or twice, yeah. I'm sorry I haven't had the Revershaw experience they get east of the river.
So what trouble you've gone into with the police? What's east of the river?
Rich people. Rich people are east of the river.
Oh. I didn't know that. Look awestruck. Who are these rich people? They sound wonderful. I'd like to be one too. Sneer. I bet they're really rich. They must be very special people to be so rich. Lean in and whisper. Let me guess, these rich people are not from around here? Ugh. Strange. The existence of rich people does not stir any emotions in me. I bet they're really rich. They must be very special to be so rich.
Oh, they are. And I'm scum.
I'm scum too, or you're not scum? I'm scum too.
She nods apprehensively.
So, what trouble have you gotten into with the police?
The usual. I had a shitty run as a teenager.
What's the usual?
You know, drinking, getting into fights. The ugly stuff that happens when you move out your parents' place at 13. In Forberg.
Not Forberg.
Interesting term. Time to glean some knowledge.
Nice. Give me that knowledge, that conceptualization knowledge. Wait, what's in Forberg?
Is this a rhetorical question?
No, I literally can't remember even the most basic terms sometimes.
Forberg, not in Forberg, is a massive banlieue south of Jamrock Quarter. It is the largest ghetto in Revachol, possibly the world.
Thanks, Cam. I know what Jamrock is, but let's say I didn't. Turn to the girl. And why did they have you move out when you're so young? Let's say I didn't know what Jamrock was. How would you describe it to me?
We are Jamrock, sort of. Martinez is called North Jamrock sometimes. Jamrock is also a ghetto, only smaller than Forberg.
All right. Why did you have to move out when you were so young?
My dad was a drunk. Plus, I guess I just wanted to drink too, you know, get my party on.
I get that. I'm a major party animal myself. Major. Drinking, partying, disco music are bad for you. You should take me as a warning example. That
She
one.
nods very cautiously.
What are you doing out here in the cold?
Recording, I guess.
And what is it you're recording exactly?
I think I'm recording cracks in the ice, but there's no way to tell. Not without headphones. I think I just recorded your footsteps too. Not sure how that will sound.
She scratches her forehead. Alright. What happened to the headphones?
My boyfriend sold them.
Sold them. What for?
I don't know, man. Things. Just stuff you need for life.
Ugh, I hate needing stuff for life.
Everything checks out, sire.
A failed drama check. And what are these recordings for, the cracks, the footsteps?
The musicians in the Palaceum used them for making music. They looped the stuff, cutting the tapes together.
That's fun.
They make music out of cracks in the ice and keys jangling. Crazy sounds like that. It's hard to explain. Anyway, I thought I'd make some too. It's supposed to be, like, a music place anyway.
She rubs her shoulders and looks around.
I don't really know what I'm doing. They use synthesizers too. I don't have a synthesizer.
Oh, we gotta get you a synthesizer.
She looks at the recording device, the thing she thought would fill her hours with joy and escape. It's turning out to be an empty fantasy. She feels childish, very useless all of a sudden.
Jeez, brutal.
Take this, your call.
The lieutenant begins to take off his jacket.
No man, fuck that, I'm cool. I'm sorry I said that. I'm sorry about the fuck.
I'm sorry about the fuck.
It's okay.
The lieutenant backs up. He throws you a glance. Now this is where a hat would come in handy. Give her your hat. Here, you need this more than I do. You said it's supposed to be a music place. What is it? I had other questions. I don't want to give her this hat, though. I like this hat. I can't see what it does. I kind of want to give her a hat, though. Here.
Thanks.
Ugh, now I'm sad. Contact mic options? I haven't seen any of that. She puts it on. It's a little bit too large for her. You said it's supposed to be a music place. What is?
That? The boys think it could be a place, like the Palaceum or something. Stupid. It's really not gonna be a Palaceum, that's for sure.
She nods towards the church. The boys?
Yeah. Andre and the guys, they're inside, in the tent.
Encyclopedia check. I think when you're talking to her, it opens up a whole subset of ridiculous. Huh. I don't remember seeing an encyclopedia check.
And why is that?
Why are you freezing in here while the boys are inside?
They got too much stuff crammed in there. No room.
Stuff like what?
Music stuff mostly. Like this tape recorder, but bigger. And
Why
there's
not?
piles of it.
Why not just leave some of it outside so you don't have to freeze?
That stuff is more expensive than I am. More expensive than any of us, really. Doesn't matter. I can take the cold. Go ahead.
Legendary empathy check. I got +1 because I gave her my hat. Let's see if I have anything else that gives me empathy.
Okay.
Like a hat, since I no longer have a hat now. Should I give her this hat? I should have given her another hat. I could have given her another hat? Well, that sucks. I lost my detective hat. Should I reset it all so I can get my other hat back? These hats kind of suck. I could do a plus 1 perception hat. That's not that bad. It's fine. We'll wear that. What do we need? We need empathy? Yeah, perception's good. What's up with my perception at? 4? Yeah, that's fine. It's fine. Plus, we gave her our cool detective hat. She needed it. This gives us empathy. Alright. So we got one more. Let's roll some dice. Oop. A kick drum pulse. The music is coming from somewhere on the ice. Yeah, probably the tent.
Hello again.
Hi. 72%. Let's give it a shot.
The device is still
Yes.
warm from her touch and heavy as a brick from the batteries inside. The company logo, Omicron, adorns its yellow plastic cover. Inside, the tape is rolling. The girl looks at the device in your hands.
I'm sorry you have to sit here on the ice feeling miserable at your age or at any age in this weather, waiting for it to get dark.
She looks you in the eye, her pupils wide, surrounded by a ridiculous amount of makeup.
The people who built this world intended it to be better for you, but they failed. It is easier to live in their failure with this by your side. Tap on the tape recorder.
The wind howls. She remains silent. It's real. Tell her.
It's not a childish fantasy. It can be a real weapon against what's coming for you now.
What is?
Her shoulders shake a little. Nothing if you got this. Don't be scared.
Okay, I'll stick to it.
Her teeth rattle. She takes the device from you and places it in her lap.
There is little you can do to help her now. But given the chance, you feel like you should. There is something about her. A weightiness.
Contact Mike would say not to give up. Just be like Contact Mike. I don't know if I can tell her that. I don't know who Contact Mike is.
Something changes between you two. She looks at you differently now. As an equal. A fellow human being.
Yeah, I try to be a fellow human being. I'm not good at it, but I try.
So thanks, I guess, for the psych session. Maybe I can return it. What's been eating you, officer?
Tell me more about this music place you've been planning in the church. You said eating me? There's nothing eating me. Tell me about this music place.
It's supposed to become like a club for anodic dance music, like that new style of synthesizer stuff they play at the Palaceum. Except that, yeah,
She looks at the old wooden church up on the poles. As a mean wind comes bellowing in, the 6-story structure lets out a doleful shriek. What is anodic dance music? So you want to turn the church into a club? Enough about the church. What is this dance music?
you know, anodic, cathodic, music that's made with electronic instruments.
Secret task complete. What is it? Thanks. Super. That was a very special secret task that we completed. Okay. Electronic instruments like what?
Synthesizers and tape consoles. Microcomputers too.
You gotta find out about
Anything
the
that
music.
uses electricity, but isn't guitars. Also found sounds, stuff like that.
Well, sounds neat.
You see clear, beautiful, violent flashes of light. Light cutting through a smoke-filled darkness. That is what the future will look like. If it ever comes.
If I ever had one.
This is an evolutionary step up from amplified instruments, which in turn are a step up from acoustic instruments. What comes after it, you wonder? A black-tinted nothingness or something finer?
Well, hopefully something finer. So you want to turn it into a club?
I know. It's not my idea. Andre and the boys found the place. It was supposed to be deserted, but now they can't even take it.
She nods towards the sloping mass of wood on the coast, then shivers.
Hey, you two are cops.
Her black eyes widen. No, we're the police. Yes, why do you ask? I don't know where you got that idea. Yeah, why do you ask?
Okay, well, Maybe you could talk to Andre and the guys, because there are some strange things going on in that church. If you're police, you should look into it, right?
She hesitates. I'll talk to them. We'll see. I prefer to remain non-committal. I've got enough on my plate as it is. I'll talk to him.
They're inside that thing there. Would be cool if you did. Was there something else?
She points to the tent. Enough about the church.
Go ahead.
You said eating me. There's nothing eating me.
Come on, I can tell. But, okay. Be a boyadero about it if you want to.
Ooh, Boyardero. I'm not one of those. Those guys are too cool for me. Exactly. I don't want to talk about it. I guess there is something that's been making my life hell.
What is it?
She listens intently. I think it's the plight of the working class. Everyone's just mooching off the entrepreneurial class, shackling the doers. I think it's all these foreign people taking our jobs. Come on, man. They took our jobs. People just keep putting their selfish interests ahead of the greater good. It is typical. I like four, but we got to think of the plight of the working class, comrade.
Oh. Really?
I mean, yeah, really. The golem of capital runs rampant, smashing creator and slave alike. I fear the process is irreversible.
Wow. Social justice really matters that much to you?
Yeah, man.
That's commendable. It really had you shaken up there. Are you sure that's it, though?
I mean, that's most of it. I haven't seen much of this world, but from what I've seen, social justice is an adolescent term. Sounds almost liberal. What's gotten me shaken up is the people's struggle, and it's got me shaken up bad. No, that's probably not it, is it? Yeah, pretty sure. And I had some questions about something else entirely. It's the people's struggle, man,
Yeah, man. They're pretty bad.
she says without much conviction. It makes me sick thinking about the thousands, millions, billions? How many people are there actually? How many people are there in the world?
3.6 billion, not counting those in sale.
Thank you, Kim. Really? That many? Reduces me to tears thinking of the 3.6 billion and God knows how many more in that soul place crushed under the tyranny of the market.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. Are you sure you're not just hung up on some chick, though?
I mean, yeah, also that. Also that.
Perhaps.
Perhaps. You don't know me. You don't know me. Try to tell me what's causing me problems. Now that you mention it, I found these letters I'd thrown in the trash. They might have something to do with it. I'm positive. I found these letters.
Okay. Why'd you think that?
First, they had just the faintest scent of chewing gum on them. I could still smell it under the shit. They were written in a woman's hand, and oh boy, did reading them make me not feel good. To hell with this questions. I had them. You had answers. Faintest smell of chewing gum.
Wow, man. That's pretty symbolic. Don't you think?
Yes, I found it to be very symbolic too. No, why?
Used to be sweet. Now it's shit. Seems pretty symbolic to me.
Fair.
Anyway, what else?
They were written in a woman's hand, and oh boy, did reading them make me not feel good.
There you have it then. Chick trouble. Not political after all.
It could be both.
Who was she?
I don't remember.
Really? You seem to be pretty upset about this chica. Are you sure you don't remember anything about her?
She appears to believe you. I remember her scent, and that's all.
Wow, man. That's some pretty strange shit. Are you sure the letters were for you?
She rubs her sides for warmth. Yeah, I'm sure. Why would I have reacted so strongly otherwise? Come to think of it, the whore could have written them to her lover. No. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
How come you don't remember, though? Is it like some selective memory thing?
Wait, what do you mean by selective memory? I think it's more about me getting so unbelievably drunk I completely erased all memory of this world. You might have a point there, selective memory. What do you mean by selective memory?
Man, when I get hurt, I just want to forget that shit, you know? That kind of selective memory.
Nah, I think it's because I got so unbelievably drunk I completely erased all memory of this world.
Yeah, or it might be that. This one time I did so much booze that I forgot too.
Probably wasn't booze.
Or it might just be some psych bullshit, you know? Königstein wank.
What is a Königstein wank?
You know, the psych thing they've got going on there. Rich people like it. People in Königstein are mostly rich.
Alright, I had some questions for you. You know, I'm not sure this made things any better. Thanks for the bullshit psych thing, then.
You're welcome. Might be for the best to keep that shit forgotten, though. Just my opinion. If it itches, don't scratch.
She thinks for a second, stretching her jaw. Alright. Thanks for that. Oh, we now have 3 skill points. We should probably internalize something, right? Like this Wumpty Dumpty. Let's do it. There. Internalize that Wumpty Dumpty. I wonder if we should drop a point in anything. I don't think there's anything that, like, we need to, per se. If I was going to do it, I'd do it in conceptualization, but it's full. So maybe we just sit. Let's go check out this tent. This music tent. Doodle-doo.
The tent is just tarpaulin fabric covering a pile of stuff. The flap is open. Inside, 3 young men are listening to some new form of music. It's like nothing you've ever heard. One of them looks at you.
I like new music.
Come on, get in and close the flap behind you. The warm stuff's getting out.
The warm stuff is getting out.
It's safe to assume this is their leader, or at least he thinks he is.
Squeeze in. We're going to the party.
Sorry, we barely have room for one.
He points some at the lieutenant.
You go ahead. I'm too old for this.
Oh, poor Kim.
I'm actually not, he thinks. I just dislike delinquents.
Well, yeah, that's fair. Whereas I love delinquents. I am a delinquent.
I'm sure you will feel right at home.
See, he
I'll
knows.
Keep watch.
He gestures for you to squeeze in. Thanks for keeping watch, Kim. This is gonna be a TARDIS. It's gonna be bigger on the inside. No, it's pretty small. Oh, look at these guys. Alright, what do we got? Canisters filled with what appear to be water. The label says distilled. Okay. A pile of nasal sprays, brand name Nosifit Ultra. A speaker, the big kind they use for live music.
A young man with peroxide blonde hair holds up a Harman Welshi tape player, nodding along to the music. He looks at you with a knowing smile and says,
What say you, Egghead?
as though you're supposed to be sharing some tremendous evangelical secret.
Hardcore!
Hardcore! Say nothing.
Hardcore!
Still say nothing.
Hardcore to the mega!
Say nothing.
Internally coherent.
I was wondering if you knew who killed the mercenary hanging behind the Whirlwind Rags hostel. Hardcore!
Good morning, yeah! 1, 2, 3, Yeko Kata, the place to be!
Are you on the radio? I'm beginning to think this really doesn't have anything to do with the case. Why is this Yeko Kata the place to be? What does that mean?
Yeko Kata is a hardcore place!
It's hardcore!
Could there have been a right way out of this garden of forking paths, you think?
Could there have been a right way out of this garden of forking paths? We got a new task, and that task is to solve the egghead puzzle. There has to be some way to talk to this person. You just haven't found it yet. It's definitely not about signs. What if you just try again, find your way out of his maze of things to say? Alright.
The young man with the tape recorder acknowledges your return. When he looks at you, he squints as though you were the setting sun.
Narrowing eyes.
This is hardcore.
Is it?
It's hardcore.
You're just gonna keep saying it's hardcore, aren't you?
Skibber-dee, skibber-danger. I am the rearranger.
Okay.
Your cop training did not prepare you for this. What to do?
What to do?
Back to the heavyweight jam.
Says the young man with a tape player and the large boyadero boots. Lung-shaped trees sprout on his silver belt buckle.
Hardcore.
Say nothing.
Hardcore.
But is it? I mean, really?
Yeah.
You can yeah and say random things all day long, but the track still doesn't sound all that hard to me. Let's yell yeah back at him.
Luckier materialski.
That was wrong.
The close.
Says the young man with the tape player and the large Beardo boots.
True, hard, full car.
Say nothing.
Hardcore.
Still say nothing.
Hardcore to the mega.
Say nothing.
Internally coherent.
Still say nothing.
All car. All right. Yeah.
Say nothing. He furrows his brow as his very large head traces the sublime invisible movement of the music
To the
very
mega.
air of the stuffy tent.
Hardcore.
Hardcore. Ah.
Ah! He lets out an agonized roar over the feeble-ish, obviously not too hardcore beat below. No, but seriously, I'm a little worried it isn't. So hardcore.
Is it though?
He changed what he's saying. He stops dead in his tracks, tilting his head to the side. I was just thinking that a moment ago. It is!
What is it? I mean, really?
He tilts his head to the other side like an owl.
Feels like you should reply with the very pinnacle of idiocy here, so that things get totally transcendent. But you haven't gotten there yet, so you don't know what to say.
I haven't gotten to the pinnacle of idiocy yet. I was thinking that too.
I am the mic enforcer.
No.
I am the chick's checker. We're close. True, hard, full, hardcore. Hardcore to the internally coherent. All car, all right.
He furrows his
Hardcore. Ah. Is it though? One mind.
Nope. Oh my
We're
god.
close. True, hard, full, car. It's hardcore. Skibber-dee, skibber.
Your cop training didn't.
The club, true, hardcore to the. Here comes the night. The close.
Damn you, egghead.
True, hardcore to the. Internally coherent. All car, all right. Gotta get the people going.
Gotta get the people going. Why?
I'm the party boy. It's my job.
Ooh, I think I'm also a party boy.
Two on a track.
Damn it.
Watch your back. The close. True. Hardcore to internally coherent. All car, all right. Gotta get the people going.
I see.
Yeah.
Nope.
The close. True.
We're so close. I can feel it.
Internally coherent. All car. Gotta get the people. I'm the party boy. It's my job.
What is a party boy?
Hardcore party 25/7 beyond the winter's orbit style.
Okay.
The close. True. Hardcore to the internally coherent.
Oh my god, the egghead.
All right. Yeah.
Curse you, egghead.
He furrows his brow.
Hardcore. Ah. Is it though? What is it?
Feels like you should reply with the very pinnacle of idiocy here, so that things get totally.
Under the radar.
No.
The close. True. Hardcore to internally coherent. All car. All right.
He furrows his.
Hardcore. Ah. The question is, what is the question?
What? The question is, what is the question? That would have been good if I had asked you a question, but I didn't. Now it's just idiotic.
But there was a question? We're close. True. Hardcore. Internally coherent.
How?
He furrows his.
Hard. The question is, but there was no question.
Ugh.
We're close. True. Hardcore.
I hate you, Egghead. I hate you
He
so
furrows.
much.
Hard. Is it though? But is it? I mean, really?
The question is, what is the question?
No, but seriously, I'm a bit worried it isn't.
He frowns, then starts bobbing his head back and forth once more.
Don't be alarmed. Everything is okay. He isn't actually worried. Everything is still super hardcore. What he probably means is, it could be even more so.
Thanks, Mars. Yeah, we cracked the Egghead. Hardest fought 10 XP the whole game. Right there. You said you were worried. What do you think is wrong with the music? Are you a thought reader? Why are there lungs in your belt buckle? Are you a thought reader?
No nation, but transnation. No war, but class war.
Yeah. Transnation. So you're not a thought reader, you're a communist.
He's not a communist. It's just something he likes to yell.
Aw.
He picked it up from a tape jockey at the Palaceum. She was a communist, though.
Well, I'd like to meet her.
Yeah, with a rebel yell.
With a rebel yell. But why aren't you a communist? Communism is the truth. It's good you're not a communist anyway. You should be ultra liberal. Best not to be communist. Having extreme views on issues is detrimental to all sides. I get bonuses, I think, if I say something communist and if I say something ultra liberal. Left-wing dialogue options get plus 4 XP. Moralist dialogues options heal 1. Ultra low dialogue gives plus 1 real. That's so weird. That's sweet, sweet plus 1 real. But why aren't you a communist? Communism is the truth. 19 communist.
I could be a communist. If you want that, do you vote me to be a communist?
Yes, that is what I want.
Please don't turn him into a communist.
Noid, why not?
Oh yeah, turn him into a communist. Come on, it would be super.
Be a communist, Egghead. The future needs your help. Don't be a communist. Wait, what am I saying? Of course be a communist. Don't be a communist. The path is too hardcore. Ooh. The future needs your help. He yells. You guess he's a communist now. Does that mean you're a thought reader?
Don't be a lunatic. Of course he isn't. Jermaine here just yells random things. Odds are, sooner or later one of them will come off as fault reading.
Who doesn't love accidental communism, Sigma?
Yeah! Revolution imperative!
Yeah, what he said. This guy looks like a vampire. He like legit looks like a vampire.
Unless you were thinking Revolution imperative right now. Anyway, I've had a similar thing happen with eggs yelling. I know what you mean.
You're right, I wasn't thinking that. Lie. But I was thinking Revachol imperative.
That's fucked up, man. Lying like that. And a cop, too.
You don't know. Tell me something else, Egghead.
Communism rules the nation!
He looks at you with an almost impossibly wide, shining grin, looking to see if you approve. Right on, Comrade Luminary. Almost there, could use a bit more work. You're wrong, communism doesn't rule the nation. Right on, Comrade.
Here comes the sun!
Here comes the sun. Let's see. Why do you have lungs on your belt buckle?
Lungs are for love!
Good to know. Why would lungs be for love? Or some French? Let's say some French at him.
Love! In a woman's lungs. Lonely as I am, I'm not afraid. This strange, damaged feeling grows on and on. Cause I've never loved someone like you before.
He suddenly yells and the world seems to stop. Is your real name Jermaine?
Dark hardcore! Jermaine Egghead!
So yes.
Basically, yes it is.
Thanks, Andre. You said you were worried. What do you think is wrong with the music?
There's nothing wrong with it. I'm still in love with the hardcore.
The hardcore? He turns pensive all of a sudden. Yeah, we're gonna sing some music from like the 60s and 70s, though. Here comes the sun. Obla di obla da.
Sometimes I just feel like anodic music is in its infancy, you know? For example, take this Arno van Eyck jam I've been pumping for the last months, and will continue pumping for the rest of 51.
Big fan. Big fan.
Isn't something holding it back from being hyper?
He thinks for a moment, then his expression clears.
It's like it's only ultra.
Oh, you're right. It is only ultra, and it really needs to be hyper.
I think it's super hardcore, but you're right. It's not hyper hardcore.
Spell Beetle's a third way now, Stowe.
If anything, it sounds a bit proto, like it's not fully formed yet. You might be a moribund alcoholic and a failed cop, but you are pretty certain a thing cannot be both proto and hardcore.
It's hyper hardcore, it's super hardcore, it's only ultra hardcore, it's proto, not hardcore at all. I feel like that's gonna make him mad, but I'm doing it. It's proto, not hardcore at all.
Wow! Culture cop!
Yeah, that's me, I'm the culture cop.
I think you might be right. But how could it become hardcore then? I know it in my heart, but cannot think it in my head. If this is not hardcore, how could anything be?
Sounds suspiciously like a question. I thought the question was, what is the question? Try to think if anything could make it harder core. Wait, I just remembered something. I'm the police. I can't help you with this right now. I need something else, something extra. Try to think if anything could make it harder core, obviously. Thanks, Stowe. Appreciate it.
What? Guys, there's something happening in his head.
He looks at you with a customary amazement. Think even harder.
Oh yeah! He's doing it!
My imagination fails me.
I know! So does mine!
He laughs and shakes his head. Sounds suspiciously like a question. I thought the question was, what is the question?
No! This is the answer!
Okay. Wait, I just remembered something. I'm the police.
Uh-huh.
The young man is bursting with anticipation. Nothing. Being the police isn't going to help us. Actually, it's more likely to hinder us. And I have a job to do instead of this absurdity. Goodbye. Me being the police isn't going to help us.
Oh.
I can't help you with this right now. I need something else, something extra.
Yeah! Kill all the rich people!
He's not even the slightest bit disappointed. Physical instrument check +1 because I'm an expert on anhedonic music. Maybe your body can tell you what Arno Van X jam is missing to make it harder core. Let's see what we have for physical instrument, shall we?
Alright! Here comes the night!
Here comes the night. Also, hardcore. Alright, we'll put these back. What would physical something? Physical instrument? So a tank top. Is that it? That might be it. Okay. It's a little bit better. Let's give her a shot.
The large-headed youth.
Good morning, comrade. Yeah.
72? For the shot.
You know it's
Nice.
in your lungs where the pressure should vibrate. In your heart that's alone. And in your solar plexus where the hits should land. So does every Corday animal.
Needs more bass.
What?
The young man makes a sudden move, like he's about to turn the volume down, but that would be ridiculous. And a melody. A good melody is what makes a song really kick, so that you can't get it out of your head anymore. Points at your head.
Wow, okay. We should start with the melody. But where would we get that stuff from?
I don't know, I was thinking you would know. Nowhere. I'm not going to become some sort of anhedonic cop 2. I've got enough capo types already. Yeah, it needs more fish, though. Needs more bass. I don't know, I was thinking you would know.
I'm sorry. I don't know anything about Nordic music. I'm just the party boy. I get the people going and say it's hardcore.
Oh, you do say it's hardcore.
He feels ashamed he can't be of more service to the future of dance music.
Ugh. Useless. Okay, I'll look into it. It's in an official capacity. It's up to the police to make the beats go harder. Everyone knows it's up to the police to make the beats go harder. Alright, I'll see if I can come up with something on my own. A citizen's investigation. Okay, I'll look into it. Official capacity.
The young man falls silent with appreciation. He even tries to contain his smile, as if it could hinder your investigation.
It could. Smiles are terrible for investigations. New task, make Van X Jam even harder core. What's amazing is like, so like we leave the tent, right? Kim's out there, he's like, all right, well, what did you find out? Did anything that, helpful to our investigation? And you're like, all right, we have a new task. We need to make Van Eyck's Jam harder core. And he's just like, Kim's just shaking his head. Like, what? Why did I let you go alone? Why?
Basically, what you need to find here is a tape with some banging music on it, so that Egghead could use it to remix Van Eyck's Jam.
Alright. We need to find a tape, eh? News headline, local cop beats capitalist harder. Yeah. Spreads communism to tent is the subtitle.
Yeah, maybe that street hawker across the pawn shop has got some tapes to sell. That's just an idea.
Alright. Well, I will go find out if the street hawker across from the pawn shop has any tapes to sell.
Anyway, that's all yours to figure out, Cop Man.
I'm on it.
Cop man!
Cup man! Yells Egghead. Hey, I have a tape with me. Maybe you can use it to improve Van Eyck's Jam? Oh, but I need this tape.
Tape! Yeah!
He grins.
Spin the tape until the space escape! Yeah!
Spin the tape until the space escape. Am I gonna lose it if I give him the tape? Does anybody know? Let's save.
Communism forever!
Communism forever. I'm gonna save. Because we need this tape. I lost the tape I gave to him? Okay, so I'm not gonna give him this tape then. Because we need this tape for, we need this tape for our karaoke. So we can't give him this tape. We'll have to find him a new one. Who's in charge?
You see a youngish man bleaching the tips of his hair with a toothbrush. He puts the toothbrush down and extends his hand in greeting.
Yeah, that's the tape I have on me, Sigma, is the sad song. Like, I want to give it to him, because I also think it would be hilarious, but I need it for karaoke. I can't just fail the karaoke quest. I'm so close. I've been working on it for days.
Hello, I'm Andre. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Shake his hand.
His grip is strong, sweaty, and warm. He's trying to project and inspire confidence.
This
All
is
right.
my posse, Noid.
I know it.
The young man with earrings looks at you suspiciously.
I'm cool.
And Egghead.
Yeah, good.
Egg!
The tape player high above his head continues to blast what is probably anodic music. Save and reload, we must know. Alright.
Together with a Settle Burger, who's out there right now, doing some seriously progressive sonic experimentation, we like to think of ourselves as music venue organisers.
Wait, how many music venues have you organized?
We have many in the pipeline, officer.
Things in the pipeline. What? That is the age-old way of saying we don't have anything. Why are you here?
You see, we've been all over Jamrock North, prospecting for real estate to establish a new venue in.
Also for talent.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Egghead. And while there is no shortage of raw, unfettered talent spinning tapes in Jamrock, we've had rotten luck with the real estate part.
That's because this place sucks.
Place is a shithole.
See? Noid agrees.
I apologise for my friend Noid's potty mouth. I realise this is not how you speak to a police officer. He has authority issues.
There's no need. The place is pretty bad. Next time, watch yourself. Was this something you wanted? Your friend Cell said there's a problem with the church. There's no need. The place is pretty bad.
Which brings me to the problem of occupied ecclesiastical property. I bet you've noticed the derelict hive of narcomania on the coast.
Nope.
An attempt to pander to your perceived conservative sensibilities. No person his age would ever use a word like narcomania with a straight face. Don't fall for it.
Thanks, Felician. I appreciate it. Enough histrionics. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the church, and I'm not exaggerating. Even a place of spiritual refuge can become a magnet for all sorts of dopeheads and burnouts if left unattended.
Yeah. These need to be dopeheads and burnouts that pay a cover charge.
Dopeheads!
Yeah.
Burnouts.
He angrily spits on his screw, then starts cleaning it.
Well, I'm sad to say, that's exactly what happened. Sad because we were just about to put Martinez on the map with one of the maddest dance clubs in Jamrock. Nah, strike that, in Revachol.
Wow.
Strike that! The world!
The world.
And sadder yet, because the dopeheads and burnouts hold up in there are the worst kind.
What does that mean?
He leans back a little, watching you with a steady, serious gaze, letting you imagine just how bad those dopeheads and burnouts really are.
They're gonna be the worst kind.
Good. This calls for an opinion. You're an expert in those.
Am I an expert on opinions? I won't stand for narcomaniacs of any kind. No narcomaniacs on my watch. Shake your head gravely. I feel like you may be laying this on a bit thick. What's really so bad about these dopeheads and burnouts?
They're spooky.
Spooky nuts is not a matter for police investigation. What do you mean? What exactly do you mean by spooky?
I was hoping you would be the judge of that, officer. All I can say is, their spookiness is the kind that keeps us from restoring this church into a community centre and a place of spiritual refuge.
And a place for hardcore.
Also, they don't eat or clean the building. Shit's gonna collapse.
Are you gonna heat and clean the building?
People just want to spin tapes without them spooking it up. Place has bad signs. No one can dance like that.
Yeah, no one can dance like that. They're all spooking it up.
Thank you, Egghead. So you're gonna look into it, right? It should be a police matter. Getting them out. Whatever spooky stuff they're doing, I'm sure it's not what the Ecclesiastes meant their property for.
Because what they really meant their property for was hardcore. Yeah, there's too many bad signs, man. I'll look into it, tell me more, get the task. I'll make up my mind later. I'll look into it.
Alright, man.
Hardcore! Claps his hand enthusiastically.
Andre's obviously very happy you took him seriously. The whole tent is. The boys exchanged giddy looks.
What's the status of the church? I haven't gotten inside the building yet. Who exactly are these people inside the church? You mentioned some kind of class. Nope. Wanted to ask you about this tent full of equipment. What's the status of the church?
I asked Noid to install a measure against more drifters wandering in. A padlock. It's a temporary fix. Just something to contain the situation.
Okay.
I had to do it in a hurry. Not my best work, but it should hold for a while.
What about a key? How long have those people been locked in there? And what about the key?
Of course. Noid, give the officer the key.
Nice.
Alright.
The speed freak dips into his belt pack and produces a yellow key. He then makes a sudden, cool, infused move, tossing it in your general direction. Let it fall to the ground and pick it up like a normal doubt person, or be the cool cop, catch the key as it flies towards you. It's a red check. 42%? I mean, we gotta try to catch it. We're a cool cop.
It's as if time is frozen somewhere.
We're not a cool cop.
You think you can sense the key moving in the air. Yeah, this is going to be way cool.
It's gonna be so cool. Don't ruin the cool by overdoing it. Raise your hand in front of your face with minimum effort.
Blam!
Ow.
Straight in the eye. Straight in the old eye orb.
Well,
in
at least
the looking ball.
in the looking ball, the orb, the old eye orb. At least we healed before we took that damage.
A stabbing pain. Tears stream uncontrollably from your right eye.
Ouch, goddamn asshole, what is wrong? You can't seem in pain now?
Man, I'm super sorry. That was totally my bad. I got overexcited. Threw him too hard. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you threw him too hardcore.
He looks like he's genuinely sorry. He didn't throw them better.
I'm sorry. Bend your face in mockery of his useless contrition. You almost eye murdered me, a cop. That's use of lethal force.
I really am sorry, man. Just take this, okay?
He pulls out some black paper from his belt pack.
Wow, looks like there's quite a lot there.
Money? I don't need your pity money. No, where were we? That's the least you could do. Take the money.
I hope that settles it. Or wait,
Where did you get 25 real?
the key?
He cautiously hands you the yellow key ring.
He is shifting in his spot, uncomfortably, still feeling sorry for the mishap.
It's okay, Noid. Thank you for the 25 real.
We were talking about the padlock, I think.
Sigma, you didn't catch it either? Your reactions weren't good enough? How long have those people been locked in there?
Not long, like a week maybe?
A week? How can you be sure they haven't starved to death? This is cool. Taking an initiative like this is a proper citizen's behavior and I endorse it. How can you be sure they didn't starve to death?
I'm super sure they're alive. I mean, come on. I'm at least 90%, maybe 85% sure they're still alive.
85% is good enough. No one lives forever, baby. 85% is not good enough when you're dealing with another person's physical well-being.
Okay, I'm sorry.
God.
I'm sorry too. I guess it wasn't very hardcore of us to just lock them in like that.
It's too hardcore is what it is.
Me too. I shouldn't have that kind of power over another person. I'm not the one with the violence monopoly here. You are.
Excuse you.
I'm glad that key is out of my hands now.
I don't have a monopoly on violence. Plenty of people causing violence everywhere. Alright, other questions.
Sure, man. Tell us what you want to know. Let's do it.
Who exactly are these people?
Truth is, I don't really know. None of us do. I don't even know how many there are. All we've seen are glimpses.
All we've seen are glimpses. You haven't seen them and you want the police involved. Better safe than sorry. Anything more you can tell me?
Yes, there's also the machinery.
He leans in for emphasis. The machinery.
This machinery is of the deeply mystical variety.
Ooh, I'm deeply mystical.
When I first scouted the place, back in February, it was abandoned, empty. Took some time getting the crew together. So about 2 weeks ago, we came here hoping to set the stuff up. Suddenly, there are all these strange machines lying around in there.
Beep boop machines.
One of them has wires running into bowls of water. Wires into water. Never seen anything like it.
Interesting. Oh yeah, Sigma, it's definitely a cult. 100%.
Andre, tell him about the feeling.
The feeling.
Oh, and it felt like there was something in there with us, watching us from the dark.
It probably was.
No, the other one.
Oh my god, how many feelings did you have?
Which other one? I'm not as in tune with my emotions as you are, Egg.
Felt like silence. Awful silence.
No, he hates silence.
For this man, even regular silence is awful enough. But that was something greater.
A greater silence. He casts greater silence. But you haven't physically seen anyone.
Not exactly. We've just seen someone who we think is a woman go in and out of the church. A couple of times. And we felt someone or something eyeing us inside. But that's kinda it.
What was that about something watching you? Can you tell me more about this machinery? Tell me more about the machinery.
You should talk to Noid about that. I just got a distinct burnout and dopehead sign from them. Probably jacked up to some snuff station too. Probably very likely.
Probably very likely. What was this thing watching you?
Like you aren't alone, you know?
I'm never alone. I always have Kim with me.
It wasn't quite human, if you know what I mean.
It was this dark shape climbing upside down along the ceiling, like some kind of crab man.
Who is this? The the crypto? Is the cryptid that they were looking for? Cryptozoologists? They're on the look for this crab man?
Yeah, you know, the way it was climbing up and around the ceiling, like a crab.
How many crabs have you seen on the ceiling?
It was stalking a cell, exhibiting ambush behaviour.
You wouldn't lock an NFT in a church, would you? I mean, I might. Are you sure there was a crab man?
Yeah, totally. I mean, I didn't personally see it. A cell was alone that time, but I believe her. If she comes out running and says there's a crab in there, there's a crab in there.
It's probably just like an actual crab. Just like one little crab hanging out.
You should ask her about it, but be nice. Don't tell her you don't believe in the crab.
We all believe in the crab.
The implications of this are too numerous to consider. Proceed with caution. Learn all you can before entering that dark building.
Alright, so you say... How can you be sure they're burnouts and dope heads if you haven't seen them?
Well, honestly, I can't, but I am.
Why not? Let's go with that.
Ah, we failed our rhetoric check by 1. I don't see a single thing wrong with that argument.
I'm 70% sure they're substance users. Don't let the technology fool you.
He makes little quotation marks with his fingers when he says technology. Yeah, we all know that's what drug users do. They set up a bunch of tech. Alright, let's talk about something else.
Sure. What?
You mentioned they own the church. Who are they?
Oh yeah, that's a meteor name for the founding party. Thought it'd be cool to use it.
Before we go on, what do you mean by meteorin? Meteorin?
You know, of Meteo. Concerning Meteo.
Meteo?
Meteo, a country on Muindi. On the Muindi Isla.
He looks at you, squinting his eyes to see if you're kidding. Squinting my eyes. Oh, the founding party, I do know them. But can you refresh my memory?
Come to think of it, I've never really looked them up, you know. I can't give you a precise definition, but they're a very powerful religious organisation.
And?
And they have roots in ancient mass society. And they're the custodians of the Pericanassian church. Plus, they anoint the innocents. They, like, made the innocentic system, no?
It doesn't sound like they would appreciate a dance club in their church. They sound like exactly the kind who would want loud music in their church.
You're right, they do.
He says without the slightest hint of irony.
The Pericanassian church is about love. And Nordic music is about love. I got love for my Pericanassian posse. Love is the relay out of death. We dance.
We dance. He violently shakes the tape player as if to see if he can break it.
Love is hardcore.
Love is hardcore.
Unity.
Unity?
Unity.
Unity.
Make some noise for my Insulindian posse.
He turns the volume up, then looks at you with a knowing nod, as if it's obvious you will now break into dance.
You feel it. The anodes and the cathodes coursing through you. Your big toe starts tapping along to the bass, as if testing the waters.
No words, enjoy the beat, nod your head. I don't quite understand what you're talking about. What's a posse? I guess love can be pretty hardcore. You're right. How could the founding party be anything but enthusiastic? Dance music is about love. On second thought, no, this is too much. No words. Enjoy the beat, nod your head.
Feels good.
Feels good, man. Just gonna be nodding our head now. What's a posse?
Your posse's like your people, man. Like you got your cup posse. You look out for each other and you party together. That's a posse.
Posse of head nodders.
2 men and a woman stand on the beach under a row of houses long abandoned to war damage. The words "felled electrical" have peeled off the turn-of-the-century waterfront development. One of the men carries a small boy on his shoulders. The boy looks up at the faded logo. The woman says to him, "Good to see you here, Special Consultant. We're worried about the Lieutenant Yefreto."
Uh-oh. What about me?
"Why are you worried about the Lieutenant Yefreto?" asks the boy. Then a wave comes crashing in.
Uh-oh. So his arm isn't tired yet because he's hardcore, obviously. It sounds like you're just saying random things. Love, posse, make noise. I guess love can be pretty hardcore.
Oh yeah, it can.
Yeah, we're a W freighter. Must be someone else? I don't know. I don't know, Sigma.
He's coming around. You're getting it.
He nods at his friend, then turns to you with a mischievous grin. Alright, you're right. The founding party can be anything but enthusiastic. Dance music is about love, and so is the church.
Yeah! Yakokata! The place to be!
Place to be.
He seems ecstatic that you share his vision of Pericarnassianism.
Yeah, I'll share that vision because you became communist.
Do it for the masses. Do it for the crew.
See? It's pretty communist right there. His friend forms a fist with a screwdriver still in his hand, approvingly so.
I didn't want to say it, but it was pretty lame of you to imply otherwise. Anyway, you got more questions?
Damn it. Egghead, cowboy boots are not hardcore.
The
Those
one
are,
with the large head is still looking at you, nodding his head, waiting for your body to start moving.
Those are Boyadero boots. And everybody knows Boyaderos are hardcore.
Yeah! Let it out! Let the disco happen!
Okay, Necktie.
Bring the disco into this world! Get this church shit on, and then dance there, motherfucker!
Let's do it, Necktie. I wanted to ask you about this tent full of equipment.
Yes. What?
I see you brought your own water. What's with all the Nosafed? What's with all the Nosafed?
The what now?
He leans in to hear you better. Point to the bottle of nasal spray in the corner. The Nosafed Ultra. You have a lot of it lying around.
Oh, the old Ultra.
We do drugs.
I have a major sinus infection. Stuffy nose. We all do.
We all just...
Shit's all blasted up.
Yep.
Winter. Can't even breathe.
That's what happens. Just gotta keep those noses clear. Okay, I guess that makes sense. Tell me about another thing. You sound fine to me.
Yes. That's all Nosafed's doing. Without the Noser, I'd be drowning in shit right now.
This argument is the, like, I have this pen that keeps monsters away. And pen, someone says, you know, this is ridiculous. Pen can't keep monsters away. Well, do you see any monsters around? See, the pen is working.
Nosafed is the shit.
Can I have some? I have nose problems too.
Sure. Here you go, officer.
Thank you.
The Noser. Blast away.
Appreciate it, since I get hurt often, don't have a lot of hit points, and low on that. See, you brought your own water.
Yeah. Good to have, bitch to carry. When I first scattered the place, I did some reconnaissance. I'm not sure the church even is running water.
And it's distilled, too.
Oh,
He doesn't know what to say.
it's the one they sell at the fuel station.
Huh. Alright, enough of this.
He nods enthusiastically, no doubt a little relieved.
Huh. Maybe everything isn't quite as you've been told. Take a moment to analyze. White check, logic. It's a godly, though. I don't know if we have
As
anything that
always,
does logic.
We'll be right here, waiting patiently for the news. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center.
The Wumpty Dumpty Dum.
You're at home, stupid cop. Not with the art crowd. You hate them. Everyone hates them. Even they hate themselves. It's nauseating. An industry built on sprezzatura and sparkling wine. And, let's be honest, tax evasion scheme.
Tax evasion? That's a crime.
The Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center is the heart of this unholy symbiosis of aesthetics and tax optimization.
Tax optimization.
And now that you've internalized it, you can have a piece too.
Yes, a piece of the tax optimization. This weird head in a box. What are my bonuses? Encyclopedia passives give plus 10 experience and plus 2 real. Oof, minus 2 suggestion because I'm a pretentious wanker. Rough. I just gave away my hat. That gives me plus 2 encyclopedia, didn't I? I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I mean, it's cool. -2 suggestions a little rough. Brings my suggestion down to 4. Encyclopedia passive gives. I mean, 10 XP is great. 2 real is cool. What's my encyclopedia at? 2? Oof. Oof. I don't know if I have anything on me that even. Because we want to have it on. It's passive check, so we want it to be stuff that we want to have on all the time. Yeah, I don't see anything that even adds to encyclopedia. I could dump points in it. Like I could just drop like 2 points in it right now. I hope that it pays for itself. What was the check?
Hi again. So, how things going?
Logic.
As always.
+1. +1. +1 from the glasses. Alright. So now we have +3 logic. For 5, and we need a 16. So we need to roll 11 on 2d6.
Hi again. So, how things going?
17%. Oh, we get +1 from the Nosafed. Let's give her a try.
Okay,
No.
so the Speed Freaks want to start a club for dance music. That much checks out. Youths like music. You feel as though you might have liked music more when you were young, too. But you digress.
They're definitely making drugs with the water and the Nosafed. Rub your chin. What's the gist of it?
The gist of it is, they want to turn the church into a club, but a suspicious element has overtaken the building. It's very important to understand what the gist of things is. Always consult the gist before making up your mind.
Alright, gotta consult the
This
gist.
is going well.
This is going real well.
Plus, and it has to be considered, you can't invent the future of dance music in this smelly old tent. Imagine if you had the church.
A whole church.
That settles it. Analysis complete. Their story checks out.
Totally checks out.
It still feels as if this didn't quite go as it should have.
I agree, Volition.
But
As always, we'll be right here.
Do we have other logic checks? Like if I put a point in it? Oh, if we put a point in encyclopedia, it would give us this mirror back. This is the only thing missing from logic. I'll come back. Alright. Alright. Let's save this. We're gonna give this guy.
youth.
Good morning,
Wait.
comrade.
Let me make sure that's saved correctly. Very nervous about losing my tape. Okay. Plenty of saves here. Alright, let's give this guy the tape, shall we?
Good morning, comrade. Yeah.
And then we'll reload after.
Tape! Yeah!
Give him the smallest
Spin
church
the
in
tape until
Sant
the space
Sans.
escape. Yeah! Righteous!
He takes the tape and attaches it to the empty reel slot. Hand over ear, he listens, then shakes his head.
No! No, can't do! This is gonna make people sad! This isn't sadcore!
This isn't sadcore. This is hardcore. Alright, we got the tape back, so it's okay.
Communism forever!
Communism forever. Yep, this is the wrong tape for him. This is a sadcore tape. He needs a hardcore tape.
So you had a talk with Andre, and now you want to discuss things with Noid. Good.
Exactly. Skin shows through the holes in the Speed Freak's too large sweater. In front of him, an open toolbox full of carpentry tools and parts.
It's good you talked to Andre first. Gave me time to get a reading on your sign. Can't really talk to people before you get a reading.
He runs his hand through his hair, which is combed back in mock seriousness, and continues to fiddle with some gears. Sign, tell you about the machines you saw, why you're called Noid. Sign.
Yeah, gotta compare. See if we can align.
Interesting.
I suck at socialising, man. Even now, our sign synchronisation is way off. But I'll see what I can do.
He continues to rearrange his tools. Tell me about the machines you saw in the church.
Weird stuff. Specialised. There was a data processor and some sort of long-wave machinery.
He cringes.
Wires going into water. Gives off a spy sign. Or some fucked up Samaran science sign. You know, the kind that goes head first into the supernatural.
Huh. What's wrong with the supernatural? I'm privy to the supernatural arts. You're a believer too? What's wrong with supernatural?
Nothing's wrong with it. You should definitely be researched. You can still do sick shit with it though.
The sickest. That's perhaps why it should be researched.
Exactly. I'm privy. You a believer?
Most of it doesn't exist. But there's also stuff that isn't allowed to exist. Because the moralists think it's too dangerous for the plebs. Psionic powers, pale-related diseases, pretenders pretending to be human, folk rights, that kind of stuff.
Wish I had psionic powers. That would make being a detective much easier. Why are you called Noid?
The hardcore aesthetic is esoteric. It's not meant to be discussed with the law at this moment.
He picks up some sort of widget.
It's not easy to reach a harmonic resonance of signs without some adjustment.
Does this mean we need sign matching?
Yes. Further sign matching would do good for us. One way to achieve this would be by getting us into the church.
Alright. You got it, bud.
Hi again. So, how are things going? As always.
Alright. We have so many tasks related to the hardcore. So many hardcore tasks. Yeah, it's sadcore, Sigma. That's my favorite kind, actually. Hey, Smashed. Good to see ya. What is this game and how many grandmas have you eaten? 0 grandmas so far. Ooh, that I know of. I have blacked out several times, so remembering things is hard. This game is called Disco Elysium. It is an RPG. You have skills and whatnot. You are a detective who is trying to get to the bottom of a murder mystery. But the crazy thing is that like all of your skills are like parts of you. So you end up having like your electrochemistry talking to you about how much your body wants you to do drugs right now. It gets really kind of weird. I don't know, maybe this would be a good example. Nope, this is someone's home away from home, just like yours. If you watch for a couple minutes, it'll pop
The
up.
pain of Eternite has been planted into the snow. 2 poles are holding it up.
Continue.
Barely holding it up. It could fall over any minute. A stronger gust of wind might be enough.
See, like there you go. There's your interfacing is talking to you. It's like Inside Out, the Pixar movie. Kind of? A little? Maybe just a tad? What is this?
It looks like a makeshift bridge. Could be convenient.
The lieutenant adjusts his collar against the cool breeze. Let's push it over.
The pain falls into the icy snow with a soft thunk.
There. I like bridges. Alright, let's go talk to her. Hey, you.
The shaggy-haired girl nears
Hi.
on the sea ice.
How come you're not wearing my hat?
As you approach.
So you talked to my associates, right? Are you going to help us? With the church, I mean.
I'll help you, alright?
Great. Let us know if there's any progress, will ya? We've been waiting for weeks here.
The others told me you went inside the church. What did you see in there?
Oh, that. You're not going to believe me. There's no point in me telling you.
Oh, I believe all kinds of things. Try me.
She's less prone to blurt it out, crab man, than the others.
See, like that was, my rhetoric just passed a check and gave me some insight. We'll see. Go ahead and tell me.
Okay. I went in and I saw a woman next to one of those machines there. Noid calls it a mainframe. She was dressed like someone who's been raised by their grandmother, you know, strange old clothes. Had this absent expression, didn't say anything, just stood still.
Go on.
And then, you know, right behind her, a man crawled down the wall, upside down like a crab, down the church wall. I think the woman didn't even know he was there. He was completely silent.
I mean, that is a little terrifying.
He stopped right before he got to the floor, then just hung there like that, looking at me. Right at me. I fucking turned around and walked out.
That's fair.
End of story.
Like a crab, you say?
The lieutenant nods. His face is stone. What did this crab man look like?
It was too dark. I couldn't tell exactly.
She shakes her head. You're right, I don't believe you. You were wrong, I do believe you.
Why?
She raises a brow. Seems too ludicrous for a lie. What would you stand to gain or strange things happen? What would you stand to gain?
Nothing. Anyway, what else?
I'd like to know more about your associates.
My associates? I haven't got much to say about them.
She blows on her chilled fingers. Just answer the question, please. What do you mean? You must know something about them.
Of course I do. I just don't tell people about my friends and who they are and so on. I don't provide information on them.
Okay. Maybe I'll ask later about all this. What about you? Tell me something about yourself.
Me? I'm a silver bird.
A silver bird? Aha, okay. Maybe I'll ask later about this.
Don't know what makes you think it'll be any different later, but...
How did we get you to talk about your associates? I gave you a hat.
My associates? Sorry. I just don't know what makes you think it'll be any different.
So many tasks. After you've helped set up the nightclub, she'll tell me about her associates. Okay. I don't even know where we are on this map. Obviously, we must be kind of near the church. We came from this way. Let's see what's across that bridge. Is this the church? This looks like a church. You feel the shadow of a very large building fall on you. This looks like a church. Dusty pews in the shadow. Many seem to be missing. I have the right equipment on, right? I'm not just walking around with like random crap. This looks right. Except for the hat, obviously. Curses. She's the check. Oh yeah, because we switched to conceptualization. That's right. Alright. Go. An altar shrouded in dark, or something like that. It's too dark to tell. So what do we think? Do we want to use one of our points to up our encyclopedia, so that we're more likely to get these checks right for Rumpty Dumpty? We only have one check. That would reset. Either that or forget and do a new thought. Maybe. It's too bad because it's really good. Minus your suggestion hurts a lot. I could also alternatively put a point of suggestion to make up for that hit. Sign reads Saint Brune 1147. Ooh, money. Yeah, only level 2 in Cyclo. I could make it level 3. Technically, I can make it level 4. Dumping 2 points in it might be crazy.
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you. The rectangular sea-worn ornamentation appears in stark contrast to the padlock, carelessly drilled into the wood.
Open the padlock with the key, inspect the carpentry, take a close look at the padlock. Take a close look at the padlock.
This cheap-looking padlock is sturdily built. It shackles together a hasp and a staple screwed into the wooden door. The lock is adorned with a yellow sticker.
Look at the sticker.
You see a yellow circle with 2 X's and a big curve below them that looks like a mouth. You're pretty sure you haven't seen it before, but what the symbol depicts is clear enough. A smiling dead guy. The curve makes it smile, and the X's make it dead.
Interesting sticker.
There is something blindingly modern about this symbol. Its modernness puts to shame everything you've seen before.
Gotta love that conceptualization. What makes it so modern? Have you seen this symbol before? Points to it. Take another look at the boring padlock. What makes it so modern?
It's the contrast between the cheery, chemical yellow and the rigor mortis. As if the cheery guy didn't know he was dead, or the dead guy didn't care that he was. Either way, you get the sense the forces of future are at work here.
Forces of future, eh?
These forces of future have chosen to pick something that reminds you of you.
Oh, that can't be good. Have you seen this symbol before?
He takes off his glasses and uses a blue handkerchief to thoroughly wipe them clean before inspecting the sticker. Then he looks up, pauses, and replies.
No.
Thanks, Kim. What does it look like to you?
Looks like a dead man smiling. Suggests junior delinquency.
You're right. Okay, what is junior delinquency? What is suggestive of junior delinquency here? What is it?
For Revachol ZOC, the moral intern defines junior delinquents as minors between the ages of 10 and 16 who have committed an act in violation of the law.
Oh no.
These acts aren't called crimes as they would be for adults. Crimes committed by minors are called delinquent acts. This was part of your officer's exams.
Look, that was a long time ago, Kim. And at least 3 concussions ago. He puts the handkerchief in his coat pocket. What is suggestive of junior delinquency here?
I haven't seen that sticker before, and I'm not a youth.
Alright. I agree, it's very modern. But does the cheery guy not know he's dead, or does the dead guy not care that he is? What is the source of the irony here?
That level of conceptual thinking is not part of my skill set.
But it is part of mine. Ooh, interfacing check. Try to peel the sticker off without ripping it. Inspect the carpentry.
The carving on the door is block-like and angular, like the church itself. 2 large beams shoot downwards, sinking into the wood before they reach the threshold.
Run your hand over a beam.
The surface is smooth from the wind, but moist to the touch.
Okay. Let's check what we have for interfacing. Do we have any interfacing closed? Yellow, right? Composure, reaction speed, composure. Looks like no. Alright, 72% is not terrible. Let's try to get this sticker. I want a sticker.
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut.
Damn it.
Your hands are clammy from the sea air. The piece of sticker keeps slipping away.
I rolled a 2 and a 1. It's a bad roll. Kim, could I have that handkerchief? My hands are wet. Yeah, Hippo. No sticker for me. Fuck this. Hit the lock. Grace will let the lock go. Kim, could I have that handkerchief? My hands are wet.
The lieutenant hands
Poor
you
Kim.
a blue handkerchief. He looks a little dismayed when he gets it back crumpled.
Sorry, Kim.
However, it should be easier to peel the sticker off now.
Ooh, we dried our hands. +2. Come on.
There's nothing like
Yeah.
the sound of a sticker unpeeling. Now it's stuck to your thumb.
Thanks, Kim. Thank you for my sticker. Put the sticker in your ledger after the last entry where it belongs. Put the sticker on your ledger, right on the cover. Shake it off your thumb and throw it in the wind. Put the sticker in your ledger after the last entry where it belongs.
Looks like today was a gold star day.
Today's a gold star day. 10 experience points for the secret task complete. Style your paperwork. Awesome. So worth it.
The lock turns easily. You hear a click as the shackle pops open.
Nice.
Let's go.
Pull on the doors.
As you do, you hear the echo of the doomed commercial area.
Uh-oh.
It's black holes and dusty machines. Then the feeling passes.
Uh-oh.
A great whoosh of air rushes into the dark innards of the church, as though rushing to fill a great vacuum.
What you gonna do with that axe, Stokill?
In the heart of the city.
This is where we die to crab people. The doomed church area. Much like the doomed commercial area, but with more religion. Whoa. Whoa. A strange stillness fills you as you look ahead. You should walk here, not run. Look at this place. This grotesque wooden figure looks half finished. Feels like it's trying to become one with the church. Hello? Hello? More of the forked lightning pattern you saw outside. Half started, half finished, you know. Glass half empty, mostly full. Bark beetles? No, it looks intentional. Some long forgotten style. Yeah, it's like a person holding up the rest of the pylon there. Any crab people? The blackboard is filled with complex equations. They look recent. It's a lot of pulpits. Like 20 pulpits there.
The silence in this part of the church, it's almost palpable. All the shifting matter and shuffling of living things is gone. Nothing seems to exist beyond the church anymore.
Let's retire here. Sounds peaceful.
Maybe if you were to stand in just the right spot, even your footsteps would be completely silent.
Wait, I think I still hear something.
And then it's gone. Almost all of it. But for the faintest of hums. You can hardly hear your own breathing.
Yell as loud as you can. Stomp your feet and clap your hands. I don't want to do either of those. Why are these my options? Oh God. Stomp your feet and clap your hands. Yell as loud as you can.
Your voice is barely audible. Not a howl.
Oh good.
But the softest of whimpers.
Oh good, we have to do both. Okay. Stomp our feet and clap our hands.
You produce a few muffled thumps, after which the silence feels even more total, somehow.
Is it like muffling me? Turn to Kim. What's happening?
The lieutenant points to his ears and shakes his head. Then he leans closer.
He couldn't hear me either?
Can you hear anything?
Almost nothing, and it's beginning to worry me. Not really, but it's extraordinary. I've never experienced anything like this. Can't hear shit. Not really, but it's extraordinary. I've never experienced anything like this.
I wonder why the church was built with such strange acoustics.
Because it's a cult.
His detached tone conceals how uncomfortable he is.
He's pretty good at concealing his feelings.
Maybe the church was designed this way to prevent boisterous activity, singing and dancing on its premises.
Yeah, no singing or dancing in the church. Maybe they wanted to discourage singing and dancing. What if it's something paranormal? It's probably nothing. It's just our own imagination. Whatever it is, definitely real. Maybe they wanted to discourage singing and dancing.
Could be.
Look up into the bell tower.
The orderly rows of ceiling panels become barely visible, then disappear completely in the darkness of the tower overhead.
What if I don't want to see what's don't want to know what's up there? You got a red check. I'm wearing the only piece of perception gear I have on my head, so we'll give it a try. Let's see what's beyond the shadows. Nice. That was a nice roll. What's going on up in here?
It's like there's something moving up there.
Hello?
A shadow has emerged from the tower and it's making its way toward you through all the other shadows.
Follow the shadow's movements.
It's not a shadow anymore, becoming more substantial as it gets closer. The shape of an animal descends.
Yeah, is this... Maybe I am doomed. Maybe this crab thing's gonna murder me. I don't have a gun.
Officer, is there something up there?
It's true. He has terrible perception. The lieutenant follows your gaze, attempting to see whatever it is that you're seeing. Should have gone paranatural. Yeah, well, you know.
Oh no. You've lost sight of it. Where did it go?
On the ceiling?
Yes. The darkness makes the ceiling feel infinitely far away.
I don't want to blink. I don't want to blink. Okay. Oh god. Ooh, what is this?
You see something hanging from the rafters.
Tiago?
Looking straight at you with dark eyes.
Hello. You look like a person. I think you're a person.
Maybe it's possible to talk to it.
It's certainly worth a shot. First, I want to see what the hell this is, though. A bowl is filled. The bowl is filled with water. A live wire runs directly into it. Seems safe. Hello? Hello?
The shadow is a man. A man made of the same stuff as the carpentry of the building.
What?
He is studying you intently.
It's made of wood?
The crab man.
Thanks, reaction speed. Hey, who's there? This is the police. Show yourself. Say nothing. Be quiet for now. Or are you the crab man? Say nothing. Be quiet for now.
The man leaned forward a little, fixing you with a steady, unreadable gaze, then speaks.
Habitual alcohol use has made you into a scared little pussy, Holmes. But don't worry. Everything's gonna be alright. You come to the right place.
What's happening right now? The right place for what?
Here you can receive the mother's love. And when you're ready, she will take your hand and lift you out of the despair at the bottom of that bottle.
Good luck to her.
This man is obviously a habitual narcotics user. Do we really need to question him?
Lieutenant whispers to you quietly.
I'm put off by this religious stuff, he thinks. And maybe the ceiling climbing, too. It's all very hard to square with the lieutenant's own view of reality.
Yeah, the lieutenant's so straight and narrow. Like, he's like, what is happening right now? None of this is real.
Hey, and what was that about the bottle again? You haven't even drank that much lately. Lay off it already.
It's true, I haven't drank in days. Yeah, I guess I have a bit of a problem and it's been getting out of hand lately, but I'm a policeman. I need to talk to you about police things. I don't know anything about alcohol use. Oh, hell no. Run away. I guess it's a bit of a problem.
Está crudo, way. I see deep inside you. Your body and your spirit are suffering greatly from overindulgence. And you don't even know it.
Great, more patronizing. So original. Oh, I'm very in touch with my suffering. How do you know what I'm feeling? I'm actually here on behalf of some young people looking to establish a nightclub. I'm very in touch with my suffering. Thank you very much.
Not all of it. I was like you once. You don't know all the havoc El Vino is wrecking on your mind and your spirit. Necesita parar, homie.
He was like me once. Then he took an arrow to the knee. And now he climbs like a crab person.
You know, actually, since we're here, you may want to pay attention to what the ceiling climber is saying.
Yeah, Kim's like, actually, you're kind of a mess, so...
If the lieutenant agrees, then maybe, just maybe, you should pay attention.
I have been paying attention.
Fuck you, crabman! You don't tell us what to do! Tell him!
The necktie coming in hot. Coming in real hot with those opinions. For some reason, I feel like you have a point there. Adjust your tie. Who do you think you are? Some crazy guy under the roof? What is this shit? You know, alcohol is central to my identity. I wouldn't drink. I just wouldn't be me. This is stupid. I don't even know what this is. That's all well and good, but we need to talk about the unlicensed occupation. For some reason, I feel like you have a point.
Don't trust me. Trust the mother. I'm only the messenger, Holmes.
We gained a thought. Wasteland of reality.
This is the Church of the Mother of Silence. You are welcome here.
He sways gently on the beams, waiting for you to take it all in. I've got a feeling that the Church of the Mother of the Silence is not going to want a rave club here. That's my guess.
This Mother of Silence sounds like a serious player. You might want to be careful until you find out what you're dealing with.
You must be the Crab Man. Some ravers want to turn this place into a nightclub. Do you know where the other spooker is? Point at the strange machines around you. You might want to be careful until you find out what you're dealing with. Alright, so what's the careful option here? Do you know where the other spooker is? Point at the strange machines around you.
Other spooker? Oh, esa viejita es muy estudiosa. Don't know, Holmes.
What about studying? What about very studying? Very studious? Wait, so there is another person living in the church? And it's a viejera? Yeah, that.
No. I just call her viejita because of her clothes. She's actually quite young. Or maybe not that young. Age is just one of the many masks we wear.
Okay. And you don't know where she is.
That's what I said, Holmes.
How can you not know that when you both live here?
Don't really follow her comings and goings. Just see her typing on her computer now and then. We got different interests.
What are your interests? So you've got nothing else to tell me? How she looks, what she does, who is she?
I'm afraid not, Essay. You just have to wait until she comes back, or...
He shrugs.
Or search through her radio computer.
Well, we're gonna do that. You must be the Crab Man.
Never known myself to be a crab. But if that's the name you got for me, I won't stop you from using it.
To be fair, it's really more like a spider. If you're not a crab, then what are you? Sorry, you just weren't moving like a human. Hey, it's your neighbors who came up with the name, not me. To be fair, it's more like a spider.
I always thought of myself more like a flame, flickering along the rafters and beams. It may be that I gotta work on my technique.
He considers this for a moment. What were you before you became a crab man?
I was in a gangway, but my memories of that time are fading. Most of them are already gone.
Shake your head. So many people losing their memory. A certain portent of doom. I lost my memory too, and it haunts me. I lost my memory too, but I like it. It's like I get to create a whole new me. Start again from scratch. So you used to be in a gang, we don't really remember. It sounds convenient. Yeah, I'm between 1 and 2. Alright. All right, chatters. Let's vote between 1 and 2. This one. All right, 1 or 2. 1 or 2. Got 10 seconds. 1 or 2. How are we feeling? All right, we're going number 1. Shake your head. So many people losing their memory. A certain portent of doom.
Nah, ese, it's not like
Apocalypse Cop.
best thing that could happen to you, losing your memory.
I don't know about that, man.
Do you remember your name, sir?
Kim coming in with the real questions.
The lieutenant is not particularly interested in this information. He's just trying to assert some control over the conversation.
Tiago's my name, but those syllables don't mean much to me these days. A name isn't just your identity, but also, so to speak, your place amongst your fellows, your place in the world. I ain't got no use for such a place anymore.
My name's Harry. Extend your hand for a greeting. My name's Harry Dubois, and my place in the world is Lieutenant W. Freighter. I don't do names either. Names are out. I don't care what mine is. Let's extend our hand for a greeting.
That's just the thing, Holmes. None of that matters.
He ignores your hand, his limbs a mere shadow below the ceiling. Rude. Okay, well, what are you doing here?
This is a special place. There's a perforation in the world up there, a way out into nothingness. This church was built around it for purposes of veneration.
He nods towards the ceiling.
I circled it, nurtured by the silence bestowed by the mother. One of these days, I'll be pure enough to go drink from it directly.
What? All right. Who is this mother of silence you keep talking about? What will happen once you drink from this perforation? I still don't understand what you're doing in this church. Who is this mother of silence?
Oh, that's no simple question, Ese. She is one who can be painted or sculpted. She is a cavity in the dark beyond sense. She saved me, but I couldn't describe her to you. No one can, Holmes, and no one ever will.
Sounds like made up. All right, well, what'll happen once you drink from this perforation?
I will be incinerated, but not destroyed. Finally, I won with the state of the world before reality began.
You're gonna get big banged? What's happening here? You sure you didn't just switch from one drug for another?
It's not like that at all, man. It's just faith and joyful service.
Faith is a kind of drug. I guess you have a point. Let's agree to disagree. I was being insensitive, sorry. Faith is a kind of drug.
I heard that before, Way. And I know I can't convince you on the spot. But think, when's the last time you woke up from silent communion with a hangover, regretting what you did last night?
Depends on what the service was.
There are drugs darker than alcohol circling your system.
Yeah. I think love might have been my drug of choice, and I think I'm still hungover from it.
She took you for a good spin, huh? Don't worry, bro. That love is but a drop compared to the ocean of the mother's love.
He looks at you gravely.
The mother will eat all of you and never spit you out.
Sounds like a spider. I guess you have a point. Let's agree to disagree. I was being I was being insensitive. Sorry. Let's move on.
No worries, man. I know this shit takes time.
I still don't understand what you're doing in this church.
I'm a seraph, Holmes. I sing the mother's glory.
Can you sing for me? Sing for me something? It doesn't really make sense for you to sing if she's the mother of silence. Sing is good. We should all sing a bit more. It doesn't really make sense for you to sing if she's the mother of silence.
I don't mean literal singing, Holmes. This is the mother of silence we're talking about. It's the singing of a burning heart. You may be thinking, but fire crackles. No, Holmes. That's the material that's burning. The flames themselves are without sound.
So deep. How did you even find this place, the church?
Hard to say. I think I did some construction work here, back when I still had material worries. Up there, I realized what the true purpose of the church was.
Which is?
Been spending a lot of time here ever since. The past is nothing to me now, way. It didn't belong to me.
Okay. Other
The
questions?
sinewy figure lingers on the wooden beams, blending into the shadows.
You've been here a long time. Do you know why the church was abandoned?
Police raid a while back.
Must have been a while back. We don't really police this area anymore. He responds, his voice suddenly flat.
Did you witness it?
Not really. Or at least I don't remember much of it anymore. The mother's love has done its job. That's what's so great about the mother. It lets you forget about everything.
Doesn't sound like it. Some raiders want to turn this place into a nightclub.
The ones in the tent outside, right? I see them. Guessing they're the ones who call me a crab. Probably scared of me.
They definitely are. Wait, do they have a reason to be scared? So what do you think about the nightclub? I trust you won't get in the way of some enterprising use. Their business looks promising. Turning a church into a nightclub, I have to say it's a great idea. You should support it. Do they have a reason to be scared?
Nah, man. They look pretty funny. And I don't harm no one anymore. Anyway.
So what do you think about the nightclub?
Why not? They wouldn't bother me none. I'm usually way up there, imbibing. Ain't no music on earth that can reach where I go.
I'm very surprised that he does not mind.
Might even be nice to have some company.
He said that in spite of himself. He's more attached to the human than he'd like to think.
All right. Okay. Goodbye, crab person. Have a nice day. A cracked pane of glass, colorful. What's this? A scarf? Oh, it would probably replace a necktie. Where are you, scarf? Bangers don't cry. This huge red scarf is still dusty from lying in the church. A subtle red-on-red embroidery embellishes it with cocky roosters and mesque floral motifs. Excuse me. Oh, you even ended up in the right section. +1 pain threshold. Oh, we got a new thought. Wasteland of reality. It has been brought to your attention that you're an alcoholic and that it's a sickness and it's killing you. You're crawling on your knees through life, your booze-filled belly dragging on the ground, your brain now fuzzy, now in overdrive, your hair sticking together with today's cold sweat and yesterday's vomit. Perhaps they're right. Anything is better than this. Even bone-dry reality itself. Maybe you can quit. You could lose one of these probably. Like, we're not gonna increase our endurance to 4, I don't think. What else does it do? All endurance white checks unlocked. That's just, they unlocked when I got it. So that's literally all it does. Is puts my endurance cap to 4. Bonuses from thought. Int and psi, red checks, failure to heal 1 morale. This one's not bad just because of the heals. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe one of these we'll dump. Speed gives 1 psi. I think we're gonna dump volumetric shit compressor. Forget. Lost forever. Wait, did it not open a spot? What? Aw, man. I thought forgetting a thought would give us an extra spot. to insert a new thought. That sucks. Now we'll never get sober. Oh. Did I not forget it? Did I hit cancel? Thanks, Sigma. I don't know what happened there. I'm just a little dumb. That was real weird. I must have hit cancel. All right. No more volumetric piece of shit. More thoughts. I must have more thoughts. Figure drawn in frost in the window, depicting a deer. Frost has drawn flowers on the glass, obscuring the view. Okay. The spider has spun its web around this wood-carved pillar. Shoes! +1 empathy? What do we remember for shoes now? +1 perception? +1 empathy is pretty good. We'll probably keep the perception boots on, though. Alright, let's move some stuff around. Composure. Weird stuff. We gotta move all of the red row down to make room for another purple. There we go. These dapper snake skin shoes have an almost invisible white on white flower motif sewn on the tongue. The toe caps are still dusty from lying in the church. Cool. Give me that money. We actually have some money now. We can buy some stuff. What's this?
A machine stands in the corner, watched over by the figures on the stained glass window. It's turned on and quivering with soft electricity.
It sounds like the machine in the abandoned building behind the bookstore.
Another radio computer.
Yeah, another radio computer.
And this time it's already turned on.
He seems cautious around the machine.
These machines sometimes harbor traps, he thinks. Alarm systems and the like. Let's be careful.
Okay.
We should leave. I doubt this place bears any connection to the case.
Kim, come on. We got this fun radio machine. Yes, but this machine looks just like the one in the doomed commercial area. Wait, let's investigate it. Step behind the computer. This one looks just like the one in the doomed commercial area.
It's also quite similar to the one we have down at the station. Must be the same model.
He inspects the machine's framework, careful not to touch anything.
A quaint little box of radio waves.
It's a quaint little box of radio waves. Let me just investigate it. Step behind the computer.
You see fluorescent play and print buttons on the keyboard. A hatch connected to the central compartment is wide open. The lieutenant says nothing. You see the machine's glowing frame reflected back from his diamond-shaped glasses. You're free to proceed.
Look inside the compartment.
Behind the hatch sits a cube-like crisscross of filaments, smoldering in the dark like fireflies. Silver tape on the side says, in black marker, log, February to March. Another filament memory. Press play to talk with the repeater.
Okay.
The speaker comes to life. Static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. An old lady greets you. Her voice sounds 100 years old.
100 years old.
Good afternoon, Fortress Accident on Saint-Brune. This is the East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
Uh-oh.
It's the same old woman you
Hi.
spoke with through the radio computer in the doomed commercial area.
Yo, Yvonne, it's me again. How are you? I looked inside the core, but the tape on the filaments, it just said log. Um, Yvonne, it's me again. How are you?
Good, thank you. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
Poor Yvonne. It's not clear whether she recognizes your voice. I looked inside the core, but the tape on the filament just said log February through March.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Let's look around. There's no use trying to guess the answer. Maybe he knows something.
Lieutenant nods toward Tiago. A password? I'm really bad at passwords. Can you give me a hint? Is it my birthday? Is it the police? Can you give me a hint?
No.
Yeah. I don't know the password.
Received. I will register this login attempt.
Whoops.
Fortress accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
Just like the one in the doomed commercial area.
I have two machines registered to this company name in Martinez. One on Saint-Brun, the other on Rue de Saint-Ghislaine.
Saint-Brun, that's the church. And Rue de Saint-Ghislaine? That's the doomed commercial area.
Okay.
Anything else I can help you with?
Thanks, I'm finished with this call.
Goodbye, Fortress accident.
She says as her voice disappears into the whirl of static.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated, revealing fluorescent play and print buttons.
Let's press print.
Nothing happens.
Damn it. Alright, let's look around for a password. Someone's siphoning electric current from the outside into this antenna. Man, look at that. That is wild looking. Hey, that's the lungs on that guy's belt buckle.
In white, silver, and apricot faience, the young mother of humanism stands above you. A crack runs across her body. She is impossibly tall, oval-faced and sad. A dark and radiant majesty.
It's crazy. It's so tall.
This is her innocence, Dolores Day.
We passed an encyclopedia check. Sweet. Already paying dividends.
Cradled in her arms are a pair of glowing lungs, clearly visible from underneath her flowing dress. You should kneel.
Cradle her arms are a pair of glowing lungs. No. Leave me alone, woman. Nah, we'll kneel.
Your knees touch the floor. The floorboards are hard and cold. There you kneel among the snowdrifts, diffuse light falling on your hands from beyond the glass.
Close your eyes first, look up. Close your eyes first.
The world is silent, but for the creaks and cracks of the massive wooden structure behind you. It covers you from the wind outside.
I like that they actually blacked it out. That's funny.
In the darkness, you sense her eyes on you, inspecting you with their multicolored glass, as if you're a bug under a microscope.
Yeah, I'm kind of like a bug. Open your eyes.
The woman looks down at you kneeling. She towers among her followers, architects, laymen, courtiers. There is a sad smile on her lips and a glint in her green-blue eye of what? Compassion? Remorse?
Little from column A, little from column B.
She acknowledges the passing of someone who is still alive.
Yeah, the passing of someone who's still alive. That sounds like me.
You.
Yep. Thanks, empathy. It's compassion, it's remorse, it's mourning. It's not possible to live. It's mourning.
As that terrible word passes through your mind, the lieutenant draws an X-shaped cross from shoulder to shoulder.
Do the same as you get up.
Your fingertips touch your chest 4 times. Then you rise from your knees into the apricot-colored light of the window. Above you, the woman still smiles her distant smile, sundered by the crack in the glass.
This is Dolores Day.
The old woman in the village was right. This must be the Delorean Church of Humanity in Martinez, or the small Pinewood Church in some records.
You knew of the place?
It's a minor landmark, not easy to find. Most maps misplace it. It was built not long after Revachol's founding, 300 or so years ago, by first-generation settlers.
What else do you know?
There used to be 7 stave churches on the coast. Les Sept Sœurs, they call them. The 7 Sisters. only one remains. The rest were burnt in the revolution or used for building materials.
Jeez.
We should be respectful here, although the building appears to be deserted. I do not believe we'll find anything connected to the lynching here. Something else, perhaps?
He looks around the machine at the machinery lying around.
Respectful? Is the lieutenant a follower of DeLoreanism?
I mean, maybe.
A pang of guilt. The lieutenant is leaving something out.
Do you know why it was abandoned?
I have a theory, yes. There was a police raid a while back. I heard the place was shot to pieces. The old woman in the village was being tactful with us when she didn't mention it. She has more respect for the RCM than many around here.
Who conducted this raid?
Well, your station was involved, I hear. Although I can't be sure.
You're not sure?
3 precincts were involved in the raid, and people say Precinct 41 was one of them.
I don't remember being here. I look around. I guess I could have been here. Yeah, that one.
I'm sorry, I'm not saying you were. It was a clandestine operation. I don't know anything about it, why it was conducted, or who participated. I try not to pry into extra-district matters.
If I was here, I should find out what I was doing. Better to forget about it. If I was here, I should find out what I was doing.
Good luck. You will not get information on a confidential operation from your station secretary just by calling. If you really don't remember, it might be better to keep this one forgotten.
Could hurt my psyche.
It happened a while ago. It's unimportant to our business in Martinez now.
Kim, are you a follower of DeLoreanism?
Yes, we all are. Her name, body, and rule are synonymous with humanism. The laws we enforce are DeLorean in origin.
Stroke your chin first. I didn't think you were spiritual. I don't like her. She looks like a lever. Jeez. Stroke your chin first.
The woman looks by in silence, smiling enigmatically.
I didn't think you were spiritual.
It's not spiritual. It's constitutional. The DeLorean system does not demand faith, only accordance.
This is about the law. Alright, let's see what we have for encyclopedia and visual calculus. Let's start with encyclopedia first. Maybe nothing. Well, I guess we give it a try. And then if we don't succeed, that gives us an excuse to use one of our points to bump it up. Because that'll make, I think, the second thing that we need. Yeah, the mirror. Alright, let's do this.
The mother of humanism stands
42%?
It
Can go either way.
Complex wax painting.
How did I know this is the mother of humanism?
A crack runs despite the
Nice.
damage done to yourself. The title appears lodged in your hippocampus. This is her innocence, Dolores Day. The innocence of humanism, internationalism, and the welfare state. Perhaps the most famous human being ever to have lived.
I'm glad that I could tell who the most famous human being to ever have lived was. I'm not that broken.
No amount of Commodore Red can wipe her sad smile from your brain thing. It has survived the deluge and haunts you still, and will haunt you forever, as it haunts all men.
Encyclopedia agrees with me. Wait, what exactly is an innocence? I've never heard of this system. Okay, and why did she rule? When did she rule? What else do I know about her? I want more. Was there something terrifying about her? What exactly is an innocence?
The highest category of historic individual, an embodiment of the world spirit.
A ruler?
More, an innocence is elected to office by the founding party, a precedent that has taken place a mere 6 times in the entirety of history. The legal system of the Real Belt is built to accommodate innocent rule should it coincide with our time.
Weird.
An innocence is infallible. The decisions made by one are not decisions. They are inevitabilities.
Damn.
What would have happened anyway? Only accelerated, packed into decades instead of centuries. An innocence is a continuous, compressed event, a sacred human being. It is an honor and a glory to live when one is in office.
Is one in office now?
No, we are alone.
Ah, we're alone. No innocence for us. Okay, well, when did she rule?
300 years ago,
Oh.
in the wake of the discovery of this Isola, the Insulindian, by explorers from the continent of Muindi. She is, among other things, the innocence of inter-isolary travel and the connected world.
Well, what else do I know about her?
Many things. You know she was a woman of the court, the wife of an influential Marchese, and eventually the principal advisor to Irene la Navigateur, Queen of Serene, modern-day Sir La Clé. Also, that she was gorgeous beyond beauty.
Well, everybody can see that.
Draped in ancient sadness. Are you sure you want to remember this bit of historic trivia? Standing under a long, slender form like this, dwarfed?
Yeah, I need to get something. I can't remember anything.
Yes! Big bummer! Boring history! Gotta keep it light, man! Keep it moving! Get fucked up instead!
Keep it light, keep it light. Horrific necktie, always trying to get me fucked up. Where is this coming from? Better not to be poking any further. Okay, what else? Was she smart? Where is this coming from?
The past. It's a silo of sadness, fermenting. You should keep away.
Nope. I love silence and sadness and silos of sadness. Let's do it.
Fuck this pain, Bratan! It's unhealthy!
Yeah, that's why we drink.
No, you must know.
I must know. So many conceptualization checks. Right. Better not go poke any further. Okay, what else? Was she smart?
Terribly. Women of the court were expected to play both contract bridge and chess sufficiently well to prove an interesting challenge to a man. A simple grasp in matters of philosophy, theology, and science was encouraged. She was, by all means, a kept woman.
All right.
She made the most of her position in the antediluvian court, a court visited by the most prominent thinkers and artists of the day. In secret, she was becoming the era's preeminent philosopher of the state, a scalpel, a piercing gaze. She was an almost preternaturally magnetic and intelligent individual. To her contemporaries, she appeared out of time, a messenger from the future of the species. We all fell in love with her, head over heels. Even before she was declared an innocence, her influence was tremendous.
Well, how come?
It was on her advice that Irene la Navigateur sponsored a number of voyages into the Pale. A costly, often tragic endeavor, ultimately vindicated by the discovery of the new world, the piece of reality you're standing on.
Ah, she discovered all of this. We need to go into more pails.
She was crowned 2 years after the first expedition returned, setting in motion what is widely considered the greatest era in history. The DeLorean era.
Wow.
Wow, indeed. When her innocence was declared, and the queen she had advised for years fell on her knees before her, she was so overcome with emotion that her lungs started glowing in her chest.
Come on, no they didn't.
Bystanders reported golden filaments lighting the already sunlit chamber around her, clearly visible beneath her dress.
That's insane.
That is why the lungs are the symbol of love for the cultures of the Real Belt.
So much conceptualization. It's awesome. It's best thought in the game. I want more.
As did we all. The lands of the Mes and the Occident, and even far away Supra-Muindi, altogether 21 of the 40 Mundial nations of the time, immediately accepted
Could you imagine?
Asiatic rule, even before her crowning.
Just more than half of all the nations are just like, nah, she's in charge now.
In a city called Advesperaskit, in Vespa Messina, her homeland, the name of the city means evening comes, but it happened on a winter's morning, with the canals frozen and slush falling out of the sky. She was dressed in a white and pearl dress on an emptied out plaza, with the crowd far away. Already, her Theriers, the secret servicemen of the Innocents, were worried about an assassination attempt.
What? Who would kill somebody so beautiful? She must have been beautiful. I don't care how she looked. I don't care. It doesn't hurt me. She must have been beautiful.
Oh yes, she looked like humanity's young mother, a perfect mother, insultingly beautiful. It was as if her face and shoulders and hands were covered in a soft down of underfeathers. You know this well, very well.
She was like a bird.
Midwinter snow was beating the cobblestones around her. A small attaché of officials stood by as her Theriers placed a white gold wreath on her head. The crowning was mostly witnessed by secret servicemen.
Then what?
One of the men in this secret service killed her.
What?
22 years later. A young man who had come to suspect that Dolores Day was not entirely human, but something else.
The game agrees with me. What?
Something that had walked in our midst, watching us stumble for hundreds, if not thousands of years, until
Was she an
it
angel?
decided to interfere in the course of our history. We were supposed to come up with this ourselves. The man was reported to have screamed at the Innocents.
This is why we can't have nice things. People just ruin them.
Dolores Day was shot in the chest with a fowling piece 8 times. The man, thought to be insane, said he once touched her and her body had been unnaturally warm, like a furnace, and that sometimes, while on duty, he observed her forgetting to breathe for over 10 minutes.
Okay, crazy person.
This inhuman quality was witnessed by many others as well, glowing lungs and all. It is commonly attributed to mass hysteria and religious psychology.
Was there something terrifying about her?
Terrifying is a term too emotionally charged for your semantic memory, or what remains of it. But
don't have a whole lot of that left.
Terrifying. It's a simple word. She was bad for humanity, and you shouldn't have started thinking about her.
Yeah, but I have to. You're right. Time to heed the warning. No, there was something bad about her. I want to know.
You already do. Although she is often considered to be the greatest human being to ever live, there was something ominous about Dolores Day. Constantly surrounded by her Theriers, she was the most socially secluded and least self-aware of all the Innocences. Some modern thinkers would consider her a war criminal for the campaigns she waged against the Mesk state. And then there were the resettlement programs.
Oh no. What happened?
The Mesk state tried to detach itself from Innocentic rule. Parts of the world were experiencing whiplash from accelerating into secularism. Her mandatory education programs and mass resettlement of upstream Marguerite were problematic as well. Dissenters were suppressed by a military force she called the Army of Humanity.
Just going to town on him. It's how very Joan of Arc.
She adored chess, yes, but also military war games. Dolores Day often holds a tiny tin soldier between her index finger and thumb in icons such as this. She was also blonde, the blondest woman you have ever seen.
Okay.
With green eyes the color of the Pacentic, mare interregnum.
Maybe this is who I was in love with. I often carry a soldier around with me made out of tin.
Little is known of her Marchese husband. It's as if he vanished from history after completing his role, which was to introduce Dolores Day to court. In conclusion, yes, there is something lonely, paranoid, and even terrifying that people seldom mention, but feel when they think of her.
Maybe I'm Marchese. Maybe in my past life I was her husband.
This subtle terror is part of her iconography.
We've gained like 60 experience points in the just off of this conversation.
Lieutenant Yefrater, you've stood there for over 5 minutes.
The lieutenant's calm voice echoes in the cold air of the church. Sorry, Kim, I'm having a moment.
What are you thinking of, if I may ask?
She's somehow connected to the case. Glowing lungs, that's fucked up. Why did we tolerate this bourgeois woman that long before we shot her? Nothing, just looking around. She's beautiful. She's not human. Yell war criminal. She's somehow connected to the case.
She's been dead for 300 years. I am almost 1,000% certain she isn't connected to the case.
He takes his glasses off to clean them.
None of this is, in fact. This church, the coast, this isn't a good place to get lost in.
But I like it. All right. Visual calculus. Whew. That was a long little tangent. Let's see what we have for visual calculus. There. That's supposed to be there. We're not supposed to have drama on. We're supposed to have conceptualization. All right. Visual calculus. Let's see. Glasses. Is that it? That might be it. Oh, coat. Okay. All right. So it'll be a little better. Our visual calculus is now 4. Let's give her a try.
The mother of humanism stands
42%.
above a precious
It's a
and
shot.
complex wax painting on a single pane of glass. The shards glimmer in the dark. You see little pearls of light on the edges of the crack that splits the female figure. Something was written there. Remains of broken letters line the emulsion. What it said, you do not know.
Aw, man. We don't know what it said. Do we have another visual calculus check that needs to be reset? That's where we are now. Set of tracks, but it's already... Looks like it already was reset. We'll have to go check out those tracks and come back. If we fail. Alright. I don't know where this is. This set of tracks. It looks like it's in the backyard. Behind the whirling rag, maybe? Okay. Let's put glasses back on for logic and conceptualization. A portable Harman Wowshi tape recorder. 2 decks of reel-to-reel tape spinning on empty. Alright, let's go see if our friend Tiago knows the password. Hello.
Oh, hey, Wayne. There's coffee in the back. Oh, wait. I meant the mother's love.
There's mother's love in the back. Have you by any chance heard the Vieta say the password to her radio computer?
Too many times, essay. You need it for something.
Just tell me what's the password, step closer. Yes, it's for a first-degree murder investigation in Martinez. Honestly, I just want to break into the radio computer to see what's on it. It's for a murder investigation.
The lieutenant raises his eyebrow, but doesn't say anything.
Hey, just leave this alone, Kim.
Don't sweat it, vato. The password is afterlife death.
Thank you, Tiago.
That is true. But what comes after death?
Maybe more life.
What you think of that? Makes me almost pity La Nilita Pequeña when I hear it.
Because she's so...
I
she's
think
a
we're done
nihilist.
here, essay.
Ah, he disappeared. The figure crawls off into the darkness above.
That was an interesting conversation.
Seriously.
However, I'm still not sure how it's relevant to our investigation.
Everything's connected, Kim. It's all one giant web.
Hey, her Innocence Dolores Day liked little figurines.
Yeah, just like me.
Liked holding little men between her fingers, remember?
No, I don't remember anything. I don't want to think about this. Discard it. What?
You have the headless Fallen Rider figurine.
I do.
You should give it to her. Win her back.
What? Look around. Win who back? I can't win her back. She's a long dead historical figure. I should. Yes, this is a task of mine now. Yep.
So very, very, very nifty. Nifty and mysterious. This is surely what the figurines are for.
Certainly. This is certainly what the figurines are for. All right. How do we do this?
The mother of humanism stands above you. A precious and complex wax painting on a single pane of
Looks
glass.
like I can't give this
A crack
figurine to
runs
her.
across- Why?
Because she's a stained glass window.
That does seem to be a problem. Maybe you meant something else?
Like what? Is the task still on?
I don't know. What are we thinking of? Part of your mind has gone on to other things already. Only a strange little sadness remains.
Only a strange little sadness remains.
The mother of humanism towers above you.
Ah.
A wax painting on a cracked pane of...
Do I still have the task? I do. You should offer her any and all you have one day if you meet her in person. What an odd task to give yourself, but here we are. I gave myself a task to give her figurines. Which means I need to go buy more figurines.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated, revealing fluorescent play and print buttons.
Press play again.
The speaker comes to life. Statics.
Good afternoon, Fortress Accident on Saint-Brune. This is the East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
Let's try this again. I think I might have the right password for the personal log.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Afterlife, death.
Good. I have unlocked the filament. After ending the call, please press print to access the filament.
You got it.
Fortress Accident, is there anything else I can do for you today?
That's it.
Goodbye, Fortress Accident.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated, revealing
Let's do it.
The printer prints out a long text document with dated paragraphs. It looks a bit like someone's journal.
All right, read the printout.
The first entry, made on the 4th of February, 51, by an unknown author, is short and concise. Arrived at the church. The door was boarded up, so I used the crowbar to get inside. Looks like the place has been deserted. Nothing out of the ordinary, but I'll ask around. Need to figure out how to get the electricity in. The lieutenant leans closer, scouring the printout over your shoulder. Just as you finish reading, he looks up, muttering under his breath.
Yeah, look who's interested now, huh?
4th of February. That's over a month ago. Whoever set up those machines has been here for quite a while.
Do you think this log might be connected to the case? No, it's certainly not. Read the second entry, let go of the printout. We'll ask him because it'll drive him nuts.
Our case? No, I don't think so. It must be some local eccentric.
His eyes wander to the various machines around him. Read the second entry.
6th of February, 51. Had a little chat with the local fishermen. Said I shouldn't go near that place, that the church was spooky and ridden with narcotics. It's a little spooky, all right. Still haven't figured out the electricity.
Read the third entry.
7th of February, 51. Finally got the electricity in. Next on the agenda, a new antenna. I'm thinking ESCA series, something advanced.
Why would you need an antenna?
Why would anyone need any of this equipment here?
He steps on a wire running on the ground, inspecting it with his boot. Read the fourth entry.
8th of February, 51. Bought the antenna. Had some problems setting it up. Called Simo for help. Heard the others are back to making art. Drinking somewhere out of town. Sulislav started a rock band again. Lexi has been seen asking money from strangers.
Okay.
But at least the artists have their act together. They're qualified labor. They can get work anywhere. Graphic design, ads. The programmers are doing fine too. I mean, they're programmers. The writers, though, they're fucked.
Poor writers. The writers are always fucked. I think this is a log of... I think that she's talking about the staff. when the video game company shut down.
I just have to find out what caused that data loss and be done with it. Still don't understand how it managed to wipe out the backup, when the backup wasn't even connected to the front. I know. Everyone thinks it's impossible. They say I must be lying. I'm here to set it right.
A data loss, artists, programmers, Lexi, who are all these people? A data loss.
Seems like something to do with radio computers. Unfortunately, I don't know enough about them to understand what the author is saying. Something about the backup data getting destroyed, and how everyone thought it was the author's fault. Let's just keep reading.
Artists, programmers, Lexi, who are all these people?
I think these people worked in the radio computer games business.
Yeah, me too.
The one we saw in the Doom commercial area. They must be our former co-workers.
Read the 5th entry.
12th of February, 51. Brought some food from the grocery store. Apparently, there's a strike going on in the harbor. Definitely not happy to see the Martinez people again. Everything's now set up in the church. Going to start working tomorrow, 8 a.m.
The strike. We are nearing the date of the murder.
He strokes his chin.
Keep reading. I'm interested now. I want to know what's that radio anomaly that sent this person here in the first place.
I pulled poor Kim in. Kim just wants to solve a murder, but I keep pulling him on random stuff.
25th of February, 51. I've been sending data up to Lintel for a while now, trying to recreate the data loss, but nothing. Didn't even feel like logging in, the disappointment. But I did discover a curious audio-spatial anomaly at the back of the church. I've named it the Swallow. It swallows sound. Need to get some mics.
Audio spatial anomaly. Is that the mother of silence?
Is she talking about?
The lieutenant looks to his right, towards the silence. Read the 7th entry.
28th of February, 51. Yes, the first recordings confirm that the swallow is real, and I'm not just losing my mind.
Oh, that's good.
It's a pillar of silence, with a diameter of approximately 3 meters. Seems like the higher I go, the less I record. This might be a coincidence, or it could be connected to the data loss that led me here.
That's weird.
The pillar of silence. She is talking about the silence. Is she suggesting it's more than just an architectural quirk?
She is. But what could it be? Look at the water basins behind you.
The lieutenant doesn't answer. He follows your gaze, studying the basins. The water shines in them. No ripples.
Read the 8th entry.
March 51. Some kind of young disco men have appeared next to the church. I've been trying to record the silence to find the epicenter, but now it turns out I've also been capturing the future of dance music, one neo-disco song over and over again.
It's the future.
Fortunately, the song is so monotonous, I was able to devise an algorithm to
Wow.
filter it out. The other day,
Well done.
one of the disco men came in. Before I could even say hello, she got scared and left. Good. I don't want anyone distracting me from my work.
She must be describing a cell.
A girl on the ice? Sounds like her, yes.
Read the 9th entry.
March 51. I got a call from the repeater station. Someone has tried to access the radio computer
Whoops.
in our old office in Martinez. Can't do anything about it. The storekeeper still doesn't want to let me inside the building. Thinks I'm part of some kind of curse. How Martinez of her.
That's me. I was the one who broke into the radio computer, and the storekeeper must be Plaisance.
I knew it wasn't a good idea to meddle with that machine.
It was fine, Kim. Read the 10th entry.
March 51. A new 2-meter aux cable. Noodles, crackers, ping energy drinks, water, toothpaste, gum. Also, some canned air.
You bought some canned air?
Your reading is interrupted by the sound of the church door opening.
That was really loud. That was like really loud.
A strange woman makes straight for the radio computer.
Hi, Suna. Don't mind me. Nothing to see here. We're just breaking into your computer. Just goes and ignores us? That's not weird or anything.
Breaking into my radio computer, I see.
She glares at you as she holds down the off button for several seconds. The machine reboots.
I do apologize for the intrusion, madame. We are with the RCN, you see.
We're here on a side case representing certain music venue organizers. We're not just breaking in, I'm pursuing a mysterious lead, searching for my lost identity.
You won't find any answers from here.
She barely looks up from the keyboard. You hear the machine whir back to life.
It's just me and my computer, and it has been this way for weeks. Now please give me some room. I need 2 seconds to see that you haven't destroyed anything.
I haven't destroyed anything.
We should talk to her after she has rebooted the machine.
What is it?
The woman is still hunched over the keyboard, gently illuminated by the purring machine. I didn't break anything, did I? Hey, are you the lead programmer of the Whirl and Tether by any chance? Sorry, but who are you and what are you doing here? Are you the lead programmer?
Yes. Or, no. Not anymore. That project is dead.
She thinks to herself.
She doesn't seem surprised to be recognized. Rather sad. Something passes over her face before she straightens her back.
I didn't break anything, did I?
No, you just printed out my personal log and wasted some paper.
It does not look like a big loss to her. Sorry, but who are you? What are you doing here?
I am Soona Luukkanen-Kilde, the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident and RSA radios. I have over 16 years of programming experience, and I'm proficient in both Vox and Orbis languages.
Congrats.
If you're not here to hire me, I don't really know how I can help you.
She turns back to the terminal. Have you seen the Crabman? Why are there so many machines in this place? What are you doing in this abandoned church? How do you feel about the music? Have you seen the Crabman?
No.
But you know he's around.
Yes.
He's seen you. He must have seen you. It sounds like you're not worried about him at all. Sounds like you're not worried about him at all.
No. You're right. I'm not.
Her voice trails off as she bends over to tinker with the machine's printer. Why are there so many machines in this place?
I brought them here. These are my machines. Please don't touch anything.
Why do you need an antenna? What are you doing with the radio computer? What's with the bowls? What's with all the bowls?
They are connected to my RAIN prefect. Whatever you do, just please don't move them, okay? Thanks.
Okay. That doesn't really explain anything. Why do you need an antenna?
I use the AR1 as my RAIN prefect's processing unit.
Wait, what?
RAIN prefect. My radio computer.
She explains. And that antenna is its processing unit?
Yes? You really don't know anything about radio computers, do you?
She has stopped working now. Not really. I know a little. I don't really know much about anything in this world, to be honest. I know a little.
All right. Well, all radio computers perform operations up on air. So in order to gain more processing power, you need to invest in a good antenna.
Aha. Wait, what's on air?
On the front. The unified front of radio waves. Licensed and controlled by Lintel in the East Insulindic region.
Oh.
It's all around us. That's what on air means.
She waves her hand.
Like love.
It's all around. It's like love. Yeah, conceptualization. And the AR1, it's a good antenna?
I guess it is. So far I've been quite satisfied with it. Martinez is an unstable region with bad coverage, and the operation has been surprisingly stable.
Alright.
But it's not the cheapest one on the market. So I wouldn't recommend it for your regular red tape operations. Fraser 1000 is a foolproof line for civilians.
No, thanks. Appreciate it.
Anyway, you should do some research before you decide to buy anything. Ask around, compare the prices. There are many milieux dedicated to that sort of thing.
She turns back to her terminal.
She liked telling me this. It calmed her nerves.
She likes to talk about the thing that she's been doing forever. What are you doing with your radio computer?
I'm working.
No kidding.
The machine seems almost alien with its pulsing core. The light casts in her face in a strange shadow.
Working on what?
Could you just shh for a moment? Or get to the point. I really need to focus on something.
Yeah, but I like to ask questions, so...
It's not just rudeness. It really is hard to concentrate on whatever she needs to do. And you're not helping.
Thanks, Felicia. Right, I'll try not to touch anything. Next question.
Great.
She dwells back into the glowing terminal. What are you doing in an abandoned church?
You really like those questions, don't you?
Love them. There's a hint of amusement in her tired eyes. I'm a police officer. It's my job to ask questions. You're occupying a public space. I need to know what you're doing here. There have been complaints from your neighbors. I'm a police officer. It's my job to ask questions.
I'm conducting scientific research here. You can't throw me out.
She says, ready to stand her ground. What research?
I'm looking for the location of a 2mm hole in the world.
What?
She's looking for a disruption in the radio waves. That's what her personal log said.
Okay.
The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything.
Is the hole connected to the data loss in your journal?
Yes, that's what led me here. But I suspect it might be something a bit more complicated than that.
She stares at the burnished antenna on a nearby table. A hole in the world, what does that mean exactly?
Exactly. What does it mean? Up to now, it has been impossible to say what it is because it's impossible to measure nothing.
True. There's something frantic about her as she locks her gaze with you, eyes shining like pearls.
What do you think it is? What qualities does nothing have? How do you measure something that does not exist?
She's suddenly absorbed in the conversation, waiting for your answer.
That's a little above your pay grade.
Failed the logic. Hold on a moment. Does it mean we're now living in a world that has holes in it? I don't even understand how we're talking about something that doesn't exist, let alone measure it. I don't know. I'm not here for some science. I just want to solve a murder so I can go home. What does it mean that we're living in a world that has holes in it?
I don't know. Are we? That's what I'm trying to figure out here. But how do I figure it out?
I don't even understand how we're talking about something that doesn't exist, let alone measure it.
You measure it by its surroundings, by that which does exist, which is what I've been trying to do. I've tried using hydro transducers to record the silence, to find out where it begins.
Yeah, you try to record what it impacts to find out what it does.
But honestly, it's not progressing very well.
She grows silent, staring at her circle of basins. It looks like some ancient ritual.
But does it have anything to do with necroplasmic life forms? Ghosts, in everyday parlance.
Does it have anything to do with ghosts?
Ghosts? No, I don't think so. I don't believe in ghosts.
Right, nothing to do with ghosts. Start writing it down in your ledger. What about supernatural entities?
I don't believe in them either.
What not many know is necroplasma exists.
Great. What are we talking about? And why?
She gets back to work, a clear signal that this branch of the conversation is over. Do you have any idea where this hole might be located?
Somewhere underneath those roof beams, I assume.
She looks up, eyes trying to pierce the pitch-black heights above, but without much success.
Only a faint crisscross of rafters can be made out from the dark. Most of the tower disappearing into the shade. Strange things may flourish in the dark.
Yeah, like a crab man. Why there?
There's this place at the back of the church. A place where all audible vibrations seem to decease. I've named it the Swallow. And the higher you go, the less you record.
The Pillar of Silence? Are you sure it's not just an architectural quirk?
Maybe, but it's oddly close to the physical coordinates of the data loss that led me to this place.
This is where the crabman lives.
I know.
You don't think crabman might be somehow responsible here?
No, I don't.
She sounds mildly annoyed by this line of questioning, her hands typing hundreds of commands into the machine.
You said that your research isn't going well. Why not?
Because it's just trial and error, trying to locate the Swallow, the exact point in space. And I don't have a... You know what? It would be really helpful if you could just stop talking and let me work.
She stops mid-sentence. Alright, that's all I want to know about the scary 2mm hole in the world for now.
Great. Thanks.
Her hands are a whirl on the keyboard. Hey, how do you feel about dance music?
What? I hate it.
She squints her eyes.
I bet she hasn't even heard it.
She has heard it though. Her log said she heard it. Have you even listened to it? Like, actually listened? What are you, 40? It's the future of dance music. Same here. It just doesn't connect here, tapping your heart. Not like disco does anyways. Okay, wow, that was quick. Why do you hate it? Have you even listened to it?
Yeah, like all the time. My tent neighbors don't really ease up with their partying, do they?
She pulls a face that looks absolutely scathing.
Maybe I'd have to be on drugs to get it, but to a sober mind it just sounds like uninspired rug whipping. No idea what it has to do with either dancing or music.
Right, right. But how do you feel about a club for dance music?
This is about those speed freaks in the tent, isn't it? I've got some news for you. It's not a nightclub they want to build here.
What? What do they want to build then?
Take a guess, why don't you?
A youth center would be nice. A petting zoo, a place for animals. Maybe some community space to help the elderly. I'm still convinced they want to establish a nightclub for dance music. They said it's their dream.
I can't believe they got you so easily. Go have another talk with those up-and-coming entrepreneurs, will you? Thanks.
Good luck. I'm not coming in there.
Lieutenant notes. Alright. What say you? Tell Andre about Suna's thoughts on the nightclub. Let's go do that.
The mother of humanism stands above you.
We could probably get rid of this torch. Pry bar. There. It's starting to get dark. Is it 7 p.m.? What's this? A dead phone, a smashed receiver, like someone hung up too hard. Is this the phone we were messing around with before? I can't tell.
You pick up the handset. There's a tone. The machine is operable.
Dial a random number. Maybe later. When Kim's not around. There's our bridge. There it is. We didn't get any thought, did we? No. Okay. Alright, we're going in. Time to jam.
Hi again.
Hi.
So, how are things going?
He looks excited. The tips of his hair are sharp and white. The bleach has consumed almost all of the toothbrush on the mirror in front of him. Oh, we could redo the logic check.
Goodbye, officer.
What do we have? This. That might be it. Oh, nope. And the hat. And the glasses I'm already wearing.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
28%. Let's give it a shot.
Nothing jumps out to you.
Damn.
Nothing out of the ordinary.
Wow, we rolled double ones. We critically failed. Critically failed. Really? Because I could swear something's not adding up here.
How about you get out and
Ow.
breathe? The air in the tent is too thick for
Ow.
you to think clearly.
Go ahead and use that real quick. Wasn't ready for that hit. Why is this air so thick? About the church, I checked it out.
And? What happened?
He tenses up. I talked to the crab man.
Oh man! Who is he? What did you think?
Seemed okay, to be honest, very spiritual. He gave me this odd lecture on alcoholism before rambling on and on about mother's love. You're right, he's a true narcomaniac. And the way he climbs, it was terrifying. He seemed okay.
Really? Huh. Interesting. What's he doing in the church?
Just preaching and praying from the looks of it. He clearly enjoys the physical activity. Guy climbs like a freak. There's something sinister going on under that building's roof. I think he's getting high on something. Just preaching and praying.
No matter. Is he gonna be a problem?
The paranoid young man mumbles gruffly.
Yeah, Noid is right. Let's get back to the point. What are we gonna do about him?
He's probably fine.
These guys will never catch him. You will never catch him. There's nothing to do.
There's nothing to do. Of course he's a problem. He's a crab man. He keeps himself physically active, thinks spiritual thoughts, and doesn't drink. Who am I to evict such a person? As far as I can tell, he's not going to leave. He'll climb around up there, and guys, you'll never catch him. Actually, he told me he wouldn't mind the nightclub at all.
I don't know, man. Doesn't it feel like a major hindrance to you? A spooky guy climbing around when all the guests are trying to have nice, friendly hyper time?
He rubs his jaw. You're just going to have to live with the crab man. Or don't worry, I don't think he really gives a damn about you or anyone else. I don't think he gives a damn about you or anyone else.
I guess it's not a massive problem, now that I think of it.
It'll be fine.
Everyone is welcome to dance till the morning light. Yeah!
Yeah.
Maybe. I guess we'll figure something out. Okay, but what about the other spooker? The one in Grandma's clothes? Did you see her?
I was using the mainframe when Suna, the former lead programmer of a Fortress accident, appeared.
A programmer? That's odd. What was she like? Did you ask her about the nightclub?
She said you guys haven't been completely honest with me about your plans. She did not like the nightclub idea. She said you're not being honest.
Come on, man. Who will you trust? A spooky programmer or us? We just want to make the world a better place.
Feel the love! Get down and feel it!
The stuffy tent muffles the last two words. The command fails to impress. Okay, maybe I'm kind of feeling it. The love? No, I'm not really feeling it at all. I'm kind of feeling it.
You'll get there, believe me. When we've got our gear set up, things will be flowing and pumping. Anyway, now that it's settled, how did she seem? I mean, disposition-wise, about the dance club idea. Ja oder nein? Rocking it or dropping it?
She did not like the idea.
What a pity! That's my favourite thing in the world! And she doesn't like it at all!
He drops a hammer back into a toolbox.
A shame. What can we do now? Do you see a way out of this jam? And into a laser-lit future of dance and unity?
Unity! Dance!
She made it very clear that she won't leave until her own project is finished.
And you can't just evict her?
I could go for another try, bring down the hammer of the law. No, I won't evict her. We have to come up with a different solution.
Look at you, honor man.
Yeah, I'm pretty honorable.
No, Noid. He's right. Maybe we've approached it the wrong way after all. I'm sure there's a workaround. We can make a deal not to bother her.
Yeah.
If that's okay with her, we only want to get in the church and spread the joy and ecstasy of music.
Exactly.
The lines in the dark exist. Coexist.
Thanks, Etiquette.
At least Crabman seems like an advanced being. He's hard. He'll understand.
Yeah. Crabman doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
He's like
He
Kuno.
can do his climbing thing in the tower. And the programmer, does she like Nordic dance music?
She absolutely does not. Really, truly despises it. She gets down. I mean, who doesn't? Listen to that crazy pulse. She does not like it.
Egghead cannot believe what you just said. It makes him pump the jam a little slow for a moment, but then he returns to the full swing of it.
No worries. We'll figure it out. If coexisting fails, you can always muscle her out, right? If it's all okay with you, what do you think?
The man nods enthusiastically and leans in to whisper. I refuse to throw her out, but I can try convincing her. Alright, I'll see how it goes. Proceed with the quest. I refuse to throw her out, but I can try convincing her.
Excellent! Good luck, my friend.
He smiles wide like a replica of his friend with the large head. We confronted him about the hint, so it opened this back up. It's at 42% for logic now. Give her a try.
A number of things don't
We crit.
add up. Let's take a look.
We crit failed and then followed it up with a crit success. I got bad news for you, Andre. Things don't add up.
What things?
He senses something is wrong.
Suna said you've been lying about your plans. Your answer was very unconvincing. This isn't the makings of a club. It's a tent full of laboratory equipment for manufacturing drugs.
I have no idea how you arrived at that conclusion, but it's wrong. Look, we even have speakers.
He points at the speaker.
One speaker. They have one.
They have one speaker. Where is his friend? Did he lose his friend? You have no headphones. Wouldn't Nacelle need her headphones to spin tape? That nosefed is here. It's for an active ingredient. This, look at all of this. So much stuff. Where's his friend? Did he lose his friend?
What do you mean, friend?
The other speaker. You only have one.
It's a one-speaker system. It's monodynamic.
Uh-huh.
You wouldn't know the first thing about sound reproduction in anodic music. Other speaker.
Well, you have no headphones. Wouldn't Nacelle need her headphones to spin tape?
What do you know about spinning tape? Nothing.
Okay. The nosefed here is an active ingredient.
He said it was for his nose. What more do you want?
Distilled water, cornerstone of a clean lab.
And of all cellular-based life. What's your point, Lawbringer?
There's no need for me to pile on anymore, is there?
No shit.
He sounds tired. Suna said you've been lying about your plans. Your answer is very unconvincing. In short, you tried to use a police detective to set up a drug lab.
That's... Come on, that's...
Preposterous, against the law, punishable by summary execution. Against the law?
I meant to say, not true.
Suna said you're lying about your plans.
Fuck, man. It's difficult to get along with some people, but we're trying to make an effort. We are on a mission here.
He furrows his brow. So, what are we gonna do with you?
What do you mean, do?
There's resignation in his voice. He's almost ready to drop the act. It wouldn't take a lot of pushing.
Thanks, Sympathy.
The optimal way to go about this would be indifference. It begins by you telling him you don't care about any of this.
Okay. We do this lawman style. First you tell me everything, then I pass judgment. You tell me what's really going on, and we'll work from there. I can be lenient. I don't really care. I just wanted to crack the case. Do what you want, and I'll do what I want.
Really?
He sounds relieved. Of course not really. I'm a cop. Now tell me what's going on immediately. Really, really. I wanted to ask you about something else.
You wanted to just ask me about something else?
Shrug, or you can tell me the plan for the church really was. Yeah, let's do that.
He thinks for a moment, then opens his mouth, but closes it again. Then finally raises his hands.
What do you got for me?
Things are just way too hard for an entrepreneur in this city. It's not like we're not going to turn the church into the wickedest club in East Revershoal.
And a drug lab.
Because we are! We totally are!
With one speaker.
We just got to turn it into a speed lab first.
You know, a speed lab. Before it can be a club.
You know, to get our foot in the door.
So to speak. And why did you need me?
Like I told you, spooky arseholes moved in while I was getting all this stuff together. A month ago, the place was empty, and now it's all spooked up.
I mean, they're not really spooky, are they?
No, man. They're spooky, all right. It's just that they would also probably call the police
There
if
it
they started
is.
cooking speed in there.
There it is.
But the sign was way off too. I couldn't feel the love at all.
Yeah, they don't love you.
So, what now?
This is it. Judgment time.
Oh, authority. Give me your cash. Ask for a bribe first. Pack up and report to Precinct 41. Arrest them. Get lost. I don't want to see you again. Evict them. Let's do this clean. No speed lab, just a club. It wouldn't work without the lab. Do what you have to do to keep the club alive. Sigma wants to arrest them. Sigma, why are you a jerk? Why are you gonna be such a jerk? Let's do this clean. No speed lab, just a club.
Yeah!
Dan Cobb. Just gonna bust some heads. The young man's smile widens to inhuman proportions. His teeth beam in the floodlight.
I knew it.
The would-be leader drops his spiked head between his knees.
It's impossible now.
No, Andre, it's harder now. This hard cop has come to show us how much the fish is, and the fish is always so much more. We all know there was never going to be a club for Nordic music with the Speed Lab. Now it has a fighting chance.
Yeah. So there was never going to be a club in there? What's this about a fish?
There needs to be a club for Nordic music in there. Needs to. Everyone hates each other. Everybody hates it here. It's all just drugs and we're slaves and I can't. We are running out of time.
Yeah, what Egghead said.
We need a win, Andre. I promise this will be a win. We won't cook speed in there. We'll do it clean. We'll do it true. We'll do it sober and real and beautiful. This will be a victory for the light.
Right, let's call this incident crime prevention. But I have my eye on you.
Okay, we'll try to do it without the drugs.
He raises his head from between his knees.
We'll do a straight club up in there, spinning the maddest reels, and nothing but. I swear to God. Okay, Egg?
So proud of you.
From here on, it'll be straight all the way.
All the way. All right.
Goodbye, officer.
Goodbye. Now what? Convince Suna to cooperate with the Ravers or Victor. Let's do it. Oh, I should change my equipment. I'm wearing all the logic pieces. I need this. And this. And coat, I think. Yeah, coat. That one. That's better. That looks more like me. Oh, we leveled up again. Now we have 3 points. It might make sense to just start pumping points into some of this stuff that we failed. I want to finish this little line that we have going first.
Hello again.
Your associates tried to use me to set up a drug lab. I'm guessing you knew of this plan.
I did, and I'm sorry. For what it's worth, which isn't much.
She doesn't appear surprised.
This is why I didn't go into the tent. Typical delinquency.
The lieutenant looks at the ocean, squinting his eyes. So much squinting.
You don't get to choose your posse, they choose you. Mine are idiots, but they're mine. I tried to talk Andre out of it. I even tried not to lie to you.
But you still did.
Indeed. She merely tried to omit the truth instead.
True. Instead, you opted to admit the truth. It's the same thing. Should have tried harder. Misleading a cop is no joke. I don't care. I'm loco. I just wanted you to know that I know about the plan. Instead, you opted to admit the truth.
I know, but I knew you'd see through their plan too. I'm not an idiot. I should have been able to control them, and I will in the future. I promise.
Yeah, keep them on the straight and narrow.
May I ask, what did you tell them?
Do what you will with your dance club plans, just no drug labs, please.
Thank you. I'll get them under wraps, I promise.
The woman nods. I'd like you to know more about your associates. Yeah.
I haven't got much to say about them. Of course I do. I just don't tell people about.
Fine.
Don't know what makes you think it'll be any different later, but.
Fine. All right, let's see if we can convince her to let them set up a non-drug lab. She's gonna say no. Because she is a stick in the mud.
Yes, what is it?
Hey, about that 2mm hole again. What if I just force you to leave? I'm please sorry if you have to do what I say. What if you didn't have to leave? I talked to Andre. He wants to make it work.
I don't want to make anything work.
No shit. She replies, her expression unchanged. Hold on, you don't want to make anything work?
Yes, anything. I don't want to make anything work.
Yeah, you're miserable. Weren't you making a game? How were you making a game? You're so miserable.
It's not the anodic dance music that's made her bitter. It's the failure of Fortress Accident.
No kidding. Are you bitter because your radio game project failed?
That's right. If we couldn't get our Welkins to happen, I don't want anything to happen. Ever again.
Well, that's not a way to go through life. Something strange shines in her eyes. Her miserable, miserable eyes.
There's not a trace of irony in her voice. She means it.
Yeah, she's the worst. Alright, here we go. 97% chance. Research not going well. Discovered Fortress accident. Discussed FA with Dice Maker. Convince her to cooperate with the Ravers.
Easy. When her research is done, she can move out.
Exactly. Listen, about your research. You mentioned earlier it's not going very well. Maybe I can help with something.
What? No, I don't really need any help with the project.
She looks up from her work, disoriented. But if I could help you finish the project, then you wouldn't have to live in a church next to the Boom Boom anymore. Just think about it.
She thinks about it. A glassy look in her eyes. A gust of wind brings more snow in from the broken gallery. It touches her hair.
Yeah, it's miserable here.
Alright. Bring me the game's offsite copy from my old workspace, if you really want to help. It's stored on a filament memory, and I'm unable to go and fetch it myself.
Is this the filament you're looking for? Sure, the production schedule. What is an offsite copy and why do you need it? By your old workspace, do you mean the Studio Fortress? What is an offsite copy and why do you need it?
It's a backup of my former employer's project, the radio game we were working on. It's stored on a filament memory, just like the one inside this radio computer.
She points to the glowing cube inside the machine.
The backup itself is destroyed now, but I'm hoping to use what's left of it to pinpoint the exact location of the anomaly. You just have to go to my old workspace and get the filament.
By your old workspace, do you mean the Studio Fortune accident in the doomed commercial area?
Yeah, that's the one. You can get in through the bookshop. You just have to do some explaining to the bookstore lady.
You mean Placence? Actually, I've already been inside, and where exactly is the offset copy? You mean Placence?
That's her name, I believe.
And where exactly is the offset copy?
There's this giant ice bear fridge in the building's cellar. It's there. Don't worry, you can't miss the bear. It's hideous.
But you've been to the fridge and it wasn't there.
Nope.
There was a note saying...
It was in the freezer. I found a note from the ice bear fridge. It said the offsite coffee had been moved to a safer place. Why can't you go get the filament yourself?
The bookstore lady hates me. Says I'm part of the curse. Whatever that means.
Why does she think you're part of the curse? Or wait, are you part of the curse?
Of course not. Anyway, I don't have my keys anymore and she won't let me in.
She crosses her arm. Why does she think you're part of the curse?
Because she's from Martinez, and people from Martinez have never ever seen a radio computer. She thinks it emits elemental evil.
That's a bit biased, don't you think? Yeah, people in Martinez don't really like to get with the times. Don't be too harsh. It's only because of their socioeconomic situation. What if it does emit evil energy? Narrow your eyes. As much as I want to do that, we got to go with the commie route. Don't be too harsh. It's only because of their socioeconomic situation.
Yes, but she literally started praying for the higher powers when she first saw my Rame Civic. I'm not making this up.
Well, it happens.
The lieutenant coughs like he's amused.
Kim can't hold it together.
Once I came in one morning, only to find that my terminal was full of those strange trinkets and amulets. Wards. It looked like some Semenine magic.
She placed wards on her computer.
So what I need you to do here is go have a talk with her, say that you're a policeman and need to get to the building's basement. Then bring me the offsite copy. All right?
Is this the film you're looking for? Show the production schedule.
No. That's the production schedule you stole and accessed without authorization.
Sure is.
I don't need it.
She's tapping the table in a badly concealed impatience.
In his defense, it was simply lying in the desk drawer of an abandoned cubicle.
Thank you, Kim.
Okay, but still.
I found a note from the Ice Bear fridge. It said the offsite copy had been moved to a safer place.
Wait. A note from whom? Did it specify where they took the filament memory?
She freezes. It said the offsite copy had been taken to a nearby ice cream maker. The note was signed by someone named Sulislaw.
Jawiza. Of course. Our project lead, Sulisław Jawiza. God, he was always so hell-bent on keeping the copy somewhere safe. That feature creep and the Valley of the Heads.
You're losing it. Come back.
Like it would have made a difference. The offsite copy was perfectly safe when the data loss happened. That data loss was anomalous.
She crosses her arms defiantly.
And the heads. I won't even get into the heads.
Okay.
Millions of them. Go find that copy from that ice cream maker, will you? Thanks.
How do I get in, though?
Valley of 1,000 Heads. You like the sound of that.
Thanks, conceptualization. Found the ice cream maker but couldn't get it open. It's completely frozen.
This is getting ridiculous. Can't you just defrost it?
I unplugged it.
I don't know. I don't know about the ice cream maker. Just figure something out.
Ah, you're so unhelpful.
There's a solution, but she doesn't want to hand it over to you yet. It's a thing. Something she holds dear.
Yeah, well, you need to help. Empathy says you need to help. There's a solution, but she doesn't want to hand it over yet. It's a thing, something she holds dear.
Thanks.
She thinks for a moment, then reaches behind the radio computer and hands you what looks like an oversized pry bar. About time.
And here's my Qualsund multi-tool. You might need it to hack loose some ice. It opens everything. If you get me the offsite copy, then you can keep the Qualsund.
New tool.
It hurts a bit for her to say this. She's not too happy to be parting with the Kvalsund.
Yeah, but now it's mine. About the offset copy you asked me to bring?
Yes?
All right.
Thanks.
New tool. New tool. What's this thing do? It's a +2 multi-tool. This is an advanced pry bar. A pry bar +2, if you will. Built by Kazvalan in Vasa. The number of gadgets hidden within the frame of the yellow and gray multi-tool will stagger any technician. Yeah. Multi-tool. Awesome. Sweet. So we do that, and then that will help the ravers. And then that means maybe we'll sync with Noid, and maybe we can ask her about her associates. We have like a million tasks, though. Look at all these. We have been busy. This game's wild because I feel like we should play and we're like, all right, we got rid of a task. All right, let's look at our journal. Oh, and while we finished that one task, we added 4 more. Like, look at all of these. It's an insane amount. So many. All right, cool. I think that's probably a good spot to stop for today. I'm going for over 3 hours, and that's usually what I shoot for is 3.5. We're there. We made some good progress today, I think. I don't know. We spent the whole stream talking to some ravers and exploring a church. I have no regrets. That was fun. I enjoyed it. We learned a new idea. We're working on another new idea for another 17 hours. It's a full day. Jesus, it's hard to get sober. Yeah, I think next time. What I'll do is I'll probably I'll finish this lineup um, because I definitely want to. I feel like we're close. We can go get that from the freezer for her, give this to her, finish up this dialogue with the Ravers, kind of clear all that out, and then whatever time we have left in the stream, I think I'd like to. We have 3 experience points right now, 3 skill points right now that we could use. I'd like to start trying to open up some more checks. So I think that's probably what we'll do for the second half of the next stream is just literally like, all right, what's something that we failed? Let's put a point in it and try it again. I think it's probably about time for that. The next stream will be on Tuesday. Let's do the spiel. So thanks for sticking around. If you're catching me live right now, appreciate it. And if you're catching me in the VODs, well, thanks for taking a couple minutes out of your day to spend some time with us. We appreciate that. If you want to watch me live instead of in the VODs, I stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. Most of them. I've been doing pretty good recently. The only time I'm not streaming on Tuesdays, Thursdays, or Sundays, or when my family are working in the way. Tends to be 9 p.m. ish Eastern to midnight-ish Eastern on all 3 of those days. And if you don't want to remember any of that, well, it's even easier. You can just join the Viking Raiders by hitting the little follow button, and that'll allow you to get a notification when we go live. You'll be jumping into the longboats with us, and grabbing an oar, and coming along for the ride. All right, there's still a few of us here. Let me go see if there's anybody around that we could throw a raid at. If you want to stick around for just a couple minutes, I'll try to find somebody for us to go say hi to via raid. Shall we? I think that's the right thing to do. And then if you don't or you do, I will either way, I will catch you hopefully on Tuesday when we come back for 9 p.m. Let's see, the Spaceman? Sure. Playing some of the new that new Pokemon game. Space. Nope. The Spaceman. The Spaceman. Spaceman Spiff. Playing some of the Pokemon Legends. The brand new one. Let's go visit them, shall we? Alrighty, I will hopefully see you all on Tuesday. Have a great evening. Thanks for hanging out. Bye now.